in 11 weeks. I think he's number 2 in the league. And certainly, as you mentioned, man, we faced our share of elite runners and run offenses, and certainly this is one of them.
Reggie Gilliam is Buffalo's fullback. So far this season, he has played 24% of the team's offensive snaps. Will he lead you to James Cook? Is he usually on the field and it's a running play?
He and a couple of tight ends. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Yeah, he'll lead you to the action. So will the tight ends. When they get in personnel packages that include him, they're not bashful about their intentions. He does a heck of a job. He's a veteran player out of Toledo and developed there in Buffalo. Got a lot of respect for what he brings. He doesn't get a lot of touches or statistical information, but he's an impact in terms of what they do.
Josh Allen was the 7th overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft. He was one of 4 quarterbacks to be picked in the top 10, along with Baker Mayfield at number 1, Sam Darnold at number 3, and Josh Rosen at number 10. Did you have any interactions with Josh Allen during that pre-draft process?
I did not. We have a limited number of interactions that we're allotted. And so certainly if we're not in that market, we're not going to waste interview slots. But certainly I was certainly aware of his talent, and we did our research, but we didn't have a lot of formal interaction with him.
You look at his college statistics and even his early NFL statistics. He was not a high percentage completion guy. Is that an unusual thing for a guy to improve that at that point in his career, and how might that have happened?
I don't think it's unusual to improve, but it also can be a component of what they're doing offensively. Oftentimes a guy will have a unbelievable completion percentage, and he's in an RPO offense, and so 8 to 10 of his completions during the course of a game might be 3 yards or less. Bubble screens, and things of that nature. And so I don't know that we all look specifically at completion percentage alone without analyzing the type of throws that are being made in the style of offense. Generally, guys that are in RPO offenses or rhythm offenses have higher percentages, and guys that are throwing the ball down the grass have lower percentages, and that certainly could have been a function of his story at Wyoming.
Another football 101 question. Describe the concept of spying the quarterback. Can that work against a player like Josh Allen?
Certainly he sees quite a bit of it. You have to support your rush with a guy like him, with his level of escapability, mobility, and his willingness to do it. Oftentimes people do hover rushes. They'll rush 3 in the 4th, will be a more athletic guy than usual in an effort to work to minimize him. Sometimes you'll rush 4 and have a 5th guy do that. The bottom line is when you're facing quarterback mobility like Josh Allen, it requires you to go to some schematics in an effort to minimize that. And additional manpower is a major component of it. And not only the additional manpower, but the type of athlete. Josh can break people down. He can make people miss. He can run over people. He's a unique athlete. And so you got to be thoughtful about who that secondary containment player might be, the depth in which he plays at, because if you get him in vertical space, that's not good as well. And so we certainly have a lot of experience in terms of dealing with quarterback mobility. We've dealt with Josh over the years. We've dealt with Lamar in Baltimore. And generally, man, there's a template to be followed in terms of minimizing their escapability.
How would you compare and contrast Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson? Jackson was the 32nd overall pick in that same NFL draft in terms of their mobility, their running ability.
I would say they're very similar in their competitive spirit. Their ability to ad-lib, extend plays, and create splash plays for their offense using their legs and their arm is something that they share. I would contrast them in that Josh Allen is a power player. When he gets into the defensive backfield, man, he will lower his pads and run over defenders. He's a big man. And it's certainly different from Lamar in that aspect in terms of how some of these plays might finish out. Lamar is capable of eluding you and running away from you. You better be thoughtful about how you deal with Josh Allen because he'll drop his pads on Last time we played those guys, man, he had an enormous run on about 3rd down and 7 for a score that kind of broke the game open. And he lowered his pad level on our safety, man, and was able to break that tackle and run another additional 30 yards for a score.
That's the Mike Tomlin Show, brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Bob Labriola. Rob King, Max Starks, and Missy Matthews are next as we count down to kickoff. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The Mike Tomlin Show was brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The only station where you get Randy Baumann mornings and Steelers football is 102.5 WDVE Pittsburgh.
At West Shore Home, they make it easy to knock out your bathroom, window, door, or flooring project. Schedule at westshorebath.com to have someone out as early as tomorrow to show you your options. After that, their highly trained employee installers will stop back to complete your job. These teams have earned more than 60,000 five-star reviews. Plus, they're making it even easier to get started now with Black Friday savings. Free installation on all projects. Schedule online at westshorebath.com to lock in these savings before they're gone.
Chalk Talk, presented by Giant Eagle, airs live on 102.5 DVE from the Market District in Robinson every Tuesday with Steelers wide receiver Kelvin Austin III. Stop out for your chance to win game tickets to meet number 19. Chalk Talk, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for Market District on DVE.
This is Max Starks. On the field, my job was all about protection, keeping Big Ben upright, blocking the rush, securing the win. At home, I trust Pella Windows of Pittsburgh for that same level of protection and quality. Pella Windows are built tough. Like Pittsburgh, they're energy efficient and they look great too. So when it's time to replace your windows, go with the team that knows how to protect. Call Pella Pittsburgh at 412-219-2291 or visit PellaPittsburgh.com and tell them Max sent you.
Slow internet at work is like training wheels on a race car. Armstrong Business Solutions now offers faster speeds and better pricing to keep you moving. From 200 megs up to a full gig, and in many areas, Zoom Fiber Pro with 5 gig symmetrical. That means uploads as fast as downloads. Whether you've got a big company, a small shop, or somewhere in between, Zoom Pro Internet from Armstrong Business Solutions is the connection that's tailored to your business. Visit ArmstrongOneWire.com/business and get the right bandwidth right when you need it.
You see the skyline, you drive over the bridges. We built that. Ironworkers Local Union Number 3 isn't just a job, it's a legacy. And you can start as early as this fall. Now's your chance to join the apprenticeship program and learn from the best in the business. Earn while you train, build what matters. Take pride in every beam and bolt. Starting wages over $27 with great benefits. Visit IWLocal3.com. That's IWLocal3.com and apply now before time runs out.
At Washington and Jefferson College, we don't just equip you for what's next. We empower you to adapt and thrive. At W&J, bold academics meet professors who coach you to succeed. Real-world experience is built into every major. So when you graduate, you're not much ready, you're game ready. Schedule your campus visit today at washjeff.edu. That's washjeff.edu and see where your journey begins. Washington and Jefferson College, where you learn to adapt to any challenge and thrive in the ever-changing world. Planting a tree, putting in a new sprinkler system, digging a trench, no matter the project. If it involves digging, Pennsylvania 811 wants to remind you to call 811 before you dig. It's the law and it ensures your safety by steering you clear of underground lines and cables you can't see running right beneath you. Remember, every dig counts. Don't let what's buried beneath the ground surprise you. Find out more at PA1call.org. PA1call.org. Stay safe. Call 811 before you start digging.
Where the average Joe can buy like a pro. CGR Wholesale.
You win every time you buy from CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center. The team there is your first line of defense to help you save time and money with their powerful fleet of delivery trucks. And their new showroom is now open. Score big with Provia Siding, Owens Corning Shingles, Trex and TimberTech Decking, and more. They've got everything you need under one roof to get you to the red zone. Check them out online at CGRWholesaleRoofing.com.
For more than 65 years, Schneider Downs has provided a full spectrum of business consulting solutions to the Western Pennsylvania region. Tax and accounting, digital solutions and cybersecurity, risk management and advisory. Learn about big thinking with a personal focus at SchneiderDowns.com.
Randy Baumann mornings and Steelers football. DVE.
Steelers want to take advantage of the fact that on Thanksgiving Day, the Bengals upset the Ravens. They have to be able to somehow limit Josh Allen to be able to do that today.
Yeah, the key for this is going to be constrict. Not contain. You need to constrict everything around Josh Allen. That means rushing at depth and working the vice grip in. Forward pressure from your defensive tackles. Create a small shell for him. The second you overextend yourself on the edges as a pass rusher is the moment he gets that B gap. We kind of talked about this last week with Caleb Williams. Did a good job after adjusting, but early on gave him too many lanes to the outside to allow him to be out in the pocket. Now, granted, he was not as adept of a passer as Josh Allen is, but that's the same type of game plan you want to have. Mobile quarterbacks need to be immobilized.
Truly dual threat. He has the most games in NFL history running for and throwing for a touchdown in the same game. Nobody has more than Josh Allen. Missy, the Steelers have seen firsthand how Allen, the NFL's reigning MVP, can be so dominant.
Yeah, Buffalo and Josh Allen have won 4 of the last 5 games against the Steelers, including the playoffs. He's also gone against a very large amount of different quarterbacks. Duck Hodges, Ben Roethlisberger twice, Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph in that wild card game. And in terms of Josh Allen and what he's done to Pittsburgh as a starter, the last 2 games, he has averaged 371.5 yards of offense, 8 touchdowns thrown, only 1 turnover, guys.
All right, Missy, thank you very much. Now, he is a little bit of a slump, maybe last 3 games. He has thrown 5 picks. The Bills have turned it over 8 times in the last 3 games. Meanwhile, talking about quarterbacks, the Steelers get their guy back. Aaron Rodgers going to be able to play with a fractured left wrist today. He has a cast. Obviously, had to sit out last week's loss to the Chicago Bears. How important is it to have the 4-time MVP back at the controls for the Steelers?
It's critical. It's critical for team success, the decision-making, the off-script. He is a master of the off-script. And utilizing that knowledge bank at your disposal is going to be good today, especially against a crafty defense. And the Bills are looking to create some synergy and get some of those turnovers that they've given away, trying to get those back and put it in Josh Allen's hands. So you want to try and minimize that as much as possible. No better guy taking care of the football than Aaron Rodgers, in current NFL history. So you need that on your side.
Lowest interception rate ever in the NFL, owned by Aaron Rodgers. Now, the running game last week with Mason Rudolph, the controls excellent against the Bears. 186 yards rushing on 36 carries. First time the Steelers have run the ball more than 30 times this year. 186 yards. And Max, they're going against one of the worst rush defenses in the NFL, and the Bears averaging almost 150 yards allowed per game on the ground.
I need more cowbell.
Okay.
I need more cowbell, which means cowbell is the run game. I need more of that. We should have had over 230 yards rushing in that contest. So if we could come out with the same type of, but put a little bit more juice on that. This defense is reeling. They've got injuries all over the place. Backups playing. Exploit that, especially with a quarterback with a bum wrist. Why have him in a situation where he's holding the ball, trying to make these long, deep throws? Short passing game, utilize the play action, utilize your screen game, but run the ball down their throats. RTFF. We talked about it last week. Run the football.
Yes. And Broderick Jones, by the way, left tackle out of this game. But again, the Bills, no sympathy. Both their starting tackles, Deion Dawkins and Spencer Brown, are out for this game. And getting back to what we talked about at the beginning, a break from the Bengals. Does it ultimately mean you're going to win the AFC North? No, you're back in first place. Take advantage of that break and back it up with a victory today.
Widen the gap. You had a 2-game cushion before that whittled down to even and being behind. Now you have a half-game lead. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Take it for what it is. Go beat this team and get a 1.5-game lead before you have to go down to Baltimore next week.
Well, a very important game for both teams. The Bills visiting the Steelers at Acrisure. This is Rob King. That concludes today's pregame show. Kickoff is next on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Mornings with Randy Baumann and the DVE Morning Show and Steelers football. This is WDVE Pittsburgh.
Hi, I'm John Henney.
And I'm Dara Henney.
On behalf of all of us at Henney Jewelers, we invite you to become one of our cherished Henney couples.
Our friendly, no-pressure team can help you find or create the perfect engagement ring.
We personally handpick every diamond to give you the highest quality and the best value you'll find anywhere.
Complete with Henney's Hallmark customer service. We can't wait to welcome you to our newly renovated store on Walnut Street in Shadyside. For information and appointments, visit HenneyJewelers.com or follow us on social.
Henney Jewelers, your jewelers for life.
Football is all about protection. Protect the ball, the QB, the lead. With Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace, you can protect yourself with high-quality health coverage, so you're not blindsided by medical bills. It's open enrollment time for all Pennsylvanians to apply, shop, and enroll at penny.com. That's PENNIE.com. Deadline is December 15th. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
It's Max Starks for my friends at Clearview Federal Credit Union. Clearview is here to help you reach your financial goals and support our community every step of the way. This season, they're giving back through Touchdowns for Hope, donating $500 to Light of Life Rescue Mission for every Pittsburgh touchdown. That's just one way Clearview shows up for those who need it most. Visit clearviewfcu.org/touchdown to learn more and open an account today. That's clearviewfcu.org/touchdown.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by 84 Lumber, a dynasty partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Pella Windows, viewed to be the best. By Clearview Federal Credit Union. For every touchdown the black and gold score in 2025, Clearview Federal Credit Union will donate $500 to the Light of Life mission. Clearview, your financial partner for a better life. Visit clearviewfcu.org. By Iron Workers Local Union number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. By Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. By Henney Jewelers, Pittsburgh's choice jewelry store for engagement rings, luxury jewelry, and watches. By Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of Steelers Nation. By South Hills Kia. South Hills Kia has the ride and a price you'll love. By CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center, where the average Joe can buy like a pro. By Iron Workers Local Union number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. And by First National Bank. Can your bank do that? Welcome to FNB. Let's get started. Member FDIC.
This legal disclaimer is brought to you by the law firm of Bordus & Bordus, a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bordus & Bordus, fighting for justice.
This broadcast is copyrighted by the National Football League and the Pittsburgh Steelers for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this broadcast or of any descriptions or accounts of the game without the consent of the National Football League or the Pittsburgh Steelers is prohibited.
National game, The Buffalo Bills taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Bills and the Steelers both slumping a little bit and looking to right their ships here at the expense of the other team. A lot at stake here for the Steelers. Back in first place in the AFC North with the Bengals' defeat of the Ravens on Thanksgiving. And meanwhile, the Bills are kind of desperately trying to reel in the Patriots. They've won 5 straight division championships, and that streak is in serious jeopardy.
Well, it's in serious jeopardy, and they're sitting at the number 7 seed right now as it stands today. So another loss bumps them out and would move the Texans into the 7 seed. So they're holding on to their playoff hopes as well. 7-4, 6-5. This is a big tilt, and we know what Josh Allen's record is against us. It's 4-1. So you want to try and put another one in the L column for Josh Allen. Don't give him momentum, because most of those games have happened in Buffalo. First time in a while we've had the Bills in our own place.
Captains heading out to the center of the field. Alex Kemp, the referee, is going to be talking with them. Low 30s temperatures, wind blowing left to right in front of us, so toward what used to be the open end, now just toward the rivers.
Riverside.
And here's referee Alex Kemp as the captains hugging each other. We're going to get the coin toss, and we're going to see who's going to get the ball first to begin this very, very important matchup for both of these teams here at Acrisure Stadium. Here is referee Alex Kemp.
Okay, Buffalo as a visitor, you call the coin. That's the head. That's the tail. What's your call? Tails? Tails is the call. Tails is the call. It's a head, you win. You want to defer, that means you get the ball. Which way you're going to kick? Stay right there. Steelers want to defer. Buffalo receives down here. Good luck, gentlemen. Let's play football.
So electing to defer, again, the Steelers have been very good in their opening possessions. We'll talk about the third quarter when we get to the third quarter.
Let's not get to negativity this early, Rob.
Okay.
It's going to be great. We're at home. It's going to be great.
So the Bills in the blue pants, they have the white jerseys on. The Steelers, the black jerseys, the gold pants. They're going to be kicking right to left in front of us. This is a Buffalo special teams return unit that's been on the rise. Ray Davis had a 97-yard touchdown return a couple games ago. His 34.4-yard return average is second among all qualified returners. So this is a Buffalo team that can create something on special teams. First order of business, pin him down deep.
That is business number one. Win the kickoff placement battle, because that's essentially what this is with the dynamic kickoff. You're going to get yardage. Can you pin them within the 20, or can you pin them short of the 30? That's going to be the key thing. And you have to remember, Ray Davis, 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. So even though we haven't seen one this season on our end, that it is in their arsenal. So let's try and prevent that at all costs. Let's not give him any yardage that results in a touchdown.
And Lynn Swan out of the tunnel and twirling the towel and getting the crowd here at Acrisure on its
good
feet.
jog.
Yeah.
Good jog by Lynn.
Ready to go. He still looked great.
Spry, yes.
He is still spry and getting ready to kick off right to left once again. Of course, is Chris Boswell in these breezy conditions, cold weather. You wonder if it's going to be enough wind to affect the passing game. I thought the wind was supposed to die down a little bit, but it doesn't look like it by looking at the flags on the goalposts.
Yeah, flags on the goalposts, and the flags at the top of the stadium on the closed end or street side was blowing hard earlier, just about 10 minutes ago. So we have a little bit of a damper, so we can't necessarily see that or feel that wind, but it looks pretty gusty looking at the goalposts.
It is a swirl, and the kickoff is taken by Ty Johnson right in the middle of the field at the 1-yard line, heading to the right, and is going to be bottled up and taken down as Harrison and Bruner among the Steelers, along with Peyton Wilson, to stop him at the 23-yard line, and that is where the Bills will take over their first possession of the game, and no starting tackles, Missy Matthews, and worse than that, perhaps, in the receiving game for Josh Allen.
Yeah, no Dalton Kincaid. This will be the fourth game that he has missed, third in a row. And with Kincaid out on the field and 151 dropbacks, Josh Allen, 6 touchdown passes, no interceptions, 9 sacks. When he's off the field, 12 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 19 sacks.
And he's not on the field here, and the handoff goes to Cook, starts left and bounces back to the right, gets around the edge, hesitation move along the sideline, and on the first play of the game, rips off an 18-yard gain out to the 41-yard line.
And that one, they were trying to run zone to the left, and he just cut back all the way against the grain to the backside where we saw over pursuit. Luckily, Jalen Ramsey, playing that strafing position at the free safety, was able to cut him off and not make it any worse than it already was.
Went over 1,000 yards last week, second leading rusher in the NFL. Allen in the shotgun now, sends Knox in motion out to the left, and the receiver screen out to the left, Shakir, is incomplete. And the Steelers read that pretty well and forced the incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Brandon Echols playing up in a face guard position on the quick wide receiver screen. He was right there on the receiver immediately, forcing that ball to go errant and go astray.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 after that first down run by Cook of 19 yards. We'll call it out to the 42-yard line. And now Allen back under center, tightly bunched formation. Cook is alone, setback, broken eye to the right. The handoff to Cook starts to the left, going to stay in that direction, going to be taken down by Y.A. Black, maybe a yard or two, and that's it.
Baby Huey is on the hunt. Great job disengaging from the tight end. I think that was Dawson Knox. He was locked up, just threw him aside and went right for the legs of Cook. If you're going to try and stop him, you have to take out his legs. Stop trying to shoot high on this guy. You've got to go low and take him to the ground and stop his feet from moving.
So 2 backup tackles out there once again for the Bills. No Dalton Kincaid. 2 defensive linemen down in Benton and Hayward, and edge rushers with Highsmith back after 2 games on the far side of the field. Watt on the near side. Allen back to pass. Steelers bring a blitz, and the pass is complete along the near sideline. And that is the veteran Brandon Cooks, just signed this week and active already with injuries in the wide receiver core of the Bills. And so just enough time to complete a 13-yarder for a first down.
Yeah, Pat Queen was coming in on the blitz on that one. James Pierre was playing off coverage, so therefore giving the cushion on the comeback to the outside. And Brandon Cooks just stood delivered. No yards after the catch, but still a first down.
The ball's marked at the 43-yard line of the Steelers on this opening drive for the Bills. 13 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Heavy looking set here with Allen under center. Will pitch to Cook to the right, looking for a crevice, and is stopped by T.J. Watt after a pickup of about a yard down to the 42.
And Y.A. Black, there goes that man again. 9-4 is on the hit the legs, and of course Y.A. Black in pursuit. Good double kind of tackle on that moment. That's what you're going to need. A swarm attack for this approach, and they're keeping everything tight to be able to give James Cook those outside rushing lanes so he can bounce, but a great job of containing it.
And we saw in that very first run, starting left, cutting back right, very good cutback ability for the NFL's second leading rusher. Allen under center, and now the right tackle moves early.
We'll go Alec Anderson.
I'll start. Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
And again, Alec Anderson and Ryan Van Denmark, they know what's ahead of them, right? The veteran guys, Deion Dawkins, Spencer Brown, they're not starting. So these guys without a lot of experience have to go in there against T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbig.
And Alec Anderson is a guard. So you're a guard and you're going out on the island and you see number 90. I remember having nightmares too. Except for mine weren't in reality. They were in my head.
And not a team that chips a lot, so it'll be interesting to see if they change that today. Gilliam in motion to the left, the snap, and they throw out to the left. This is to Cook, and Gilliam, the lead blocker out there in the left flat. However, he is chased down by Patrick Queen, is Cook, and back maybe to the where they'd begun prior to the last play. So pick up a 5 or so. Bring up a 3rd and 9. I think they're going to call it 3rd and 10, actually.
Yeah.
At the 40, now 3rd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
And, I mean, that's a good job of Peyton Wilson disengaging from a fullback. A guy who outweighs him, he's able to get off and made a Superman type of tackle out on the outside.
Steelers brought the blitz in the last 3rd down. Now they're showing 4-man rush. Queen steps up to the line of scrimmage like he wants to blitz. Allen changes something at the line of scrimmage, moves back into the shotgun, stomps his foot, gets the snap, back to pass, looking right on a little cross, and is it intercepted? It's picked off somehow, some way. Brandon Eccles came away with the interception.
Beautiful job there. You bring the pressure. Josh Allen, interception number 10 without Dalton Kincaid in this lineup. And Brandon Eccles does a great job of jumping underneath that route, going down to the ground and scooping that ball right up before it hit the turf with the turnover for the Steelers.
Second interception of the year for Eccles, as he just simply took this away from Gabe Davis. Actually kind of hit him right in the breadbasket.
Yeah.
Excellent defensive positioning. 11-11 remains here in the first quarter from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues scoreless.
Ford F-Series, a name you'll remember. They're the best-selling trucks in America and the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Capable of towing, hauling, and being the MVP of your game day tailgate. They're here to help you score big. Go to neighborhoodfordstore.com and enter for a chance to win an F-150. You might just become the talk of Steelers Nation. F-Series, the best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh.
At UPMC Hillman Cancer Center, we believe cancer care shouldn't just be good enough. It should be life-changing. As the region's only National Cancer Institute designated comprehensive cancer center, we provide groundbreaking treatments and innovative clinical trials with renowned cancer specialists and a compassionate support system for patients and their families. Discover more at upmchillman.com/lifechanging.
Pittsburgh's fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Starting a home improvement project? Essential Utilities reminds you, before you build a deck, plant a tree, or put up a fence, call 811. Professionals from Underground Utilities like Peoples will mark your lines so you can dig safely. Whether you're doing the work yourself or hiring a professional, calling 811 is free for homeowners. And it's the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig to keep you and your family safe. Peoples, an Essential Utilities company.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Brandon Eccles read the little crossing pattern, came up with the interception. 11-11 remains in the first quarter. Steelers going to have their opening drive of the game, going to be set at the 35-yard line, and the left hash moving right to left in front of us. Mentioned both tackles, starting tackles for the Bills, out of this game, and Missy Matthews, new left tackle in this game for the Steelers.
Yeah, and Coach Tomlin held a competition this week. We saw last week when Broderick Jones got hurt in Chicago and came out, Spencer Anderson went in. But he said this week, 74 and 71, Andreas Pete, we're going to go at it. He decided to go with the savvy vet, and we know with Broderick Jones on IR, he's going to miss at least 4 games.
All right, Missy, thank you very much. So Pete starting at left tackle as a veteran. He's been to Pro Bowls. I mean, he's been a decorated career, but most of that has come as a guard. As Rodgers begins this game in the shotgun, Spencer Anderson in motion left to right. Fakes the pitch out to the right. Now will throw underneath to the left to DK Metcalf and hurdles over a tackler, Poyer, and picks up, some 8 yards on that first down play.
Beautiful quarter rollout by Aaron. Put Greg Rousseau in that vice position. Do I step up? Do I back up in coverage? DK Metcalf right there over the top. And this guy, when he has a full head of steam, is tough to bring down. And that's the type of balls you want to get to DK Metcalf, the catch and run balls, not just the sideline, big play balls.
Pistol formation. Johnny Smith in motion left to right. Jalen Warren the lone setback. Rodgers flexes his knees, now resets the positioning, gets the snap, hands off left side to Warren. Warren will pick up, I believe, a first down right at the 45. That's where they're going to mark it. And he might be
Might be a little shy. It looks like he's short by half an inch or so.
By the way, we're seeing Rodgers in the shotgun, and we were discussing this. We don't know whether he's going to be able to take snaps with that fractured left wrist and the cast he's wearing.
Yeah, that's going to be one of the tough things. They're counting it at the knees, but his body falls over the line, so that's where you wonder why they didn't give him the first down on that, counting the knees before the ball.
Pistol formation with Gainwell behind Rodgers and Warren to his left. And the give to Warren straight up the middle of the field. And this is very, very close. And now a little secondary pushing. And he will get out to about the 47. So initially stopped right at the 45. Get that little scrum action and push him forward.
Hey, love when you see a good little rugby scrum in there. Of course, not when it's the variety of the tush push or Steel City shove variety. You just love a good traditional one. And a great secondary effort by Isaac Siamalu and Zach Frazier to create that extra space for the first down.
And Faltanu kind of curled it around there and gave him a little shove forward as well.
He came a little extra credit.
3 receivers tightly bunched to the right. Pistol formation for Aaron Rodgers with Warren behind him. Gets the pitch, and Warren is going to be stopped moving right for a loss of a yard on the play.
And a little upset about that one. Shaq Thompson was outflanked on that one. Not Shaq Thompson. Christian Benford coming off of the edge. Shaq Thompson was a secondary guy. But coming on the edge, because they moved the receiver out as opposed to outside of that tight bunch that they had, gave the flank effort for Benford to get in the backfield early.
So again, 3 receivers to the right. And to the left of Rodgers in the shotgun is Warren. Bill showing heavy pressure here. They're not a high blitzing team, and they won't blitz here. They'll bring 4. Rodgers gets a snap, back to pass, throws to the left to Warren, has a little bit of room, and crashes into Milano as he crosses the 45. So looked like there might be a little bit more on that little slip screen out to the left, but a pickup of about 3 or 4 will bring up 3rd and long for the Steelers.
And that was just a great job of Aaron kind of baiting them, making sure they didn't get the double mug blitz. They had the 4-2 open where they were trying to blitz both linebackers. They back off into zone coverage, but Jalen Warren able to sneak out to the left and get some yardage.
Yeah, it was Milano who came up to make the stop. He was the lone defender in that area for the Bills. Now Gainwell to the left of Rodgers. Austin in motion left to right. Rodgers in the shotgun. 7:48 and counting here in this first quarter. Bills will bring 4. Rodgers back. Now they bring a late blitz. Rodgers throws downfield and incomplete. Intended up the right side of the field for Austin and knocked away defensively. And the Steelers will be forced to punt it away.
I want to see that again because
that was
Tre'Davious White didn't even turn his head around for the ball. He was face guarding the entire time. So why don't you get a pass interference on that one, making that type of play? I'm just saying, that's just me. On a technical basis, he had zero intentions of looking back for the ball and just simply going at Calvin Austin's arms.
Wasn't a lot of contact there, so maybe that's what the officials were looking for on that one. So regardless, no flag, and here's the punt away by Waitman, end over end kick. Shakir is going to call for a fair catch at his 18-yard line. And so a 35-yard kick, 35-yard net. And with 7:31 remaining in this first quarter, it is scoreless on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Hi, I'm Tim Calusi from Calusi Chevrolet, and I'm excited to announce the best deals of the season are here now during our Red Tag sale event.
And I'm Megan Calusi. We're able to offer 0% APR financing for up to 36 months on the Chevy Silverado, Equinox, and Trailblazer to qualified buyers.
Calusi Chevrolet has been Pittsburgh's trusted Chevy dealer for over 107 years, and right now we're well stocked with all your favorite models.
Find your Red Tag deal today at Calusi.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Rob King here, introducing the Wolfley 73 at Caliente Pizza and Draft House. A bold pizza built in honor of Steelers legend Craig Wolfley. And 73% of every sale goes to Light of Life Rescue Mission. Caliente, the official pizza of WDVE. Eat good, do good, just like Craig.
Chalk Talk, presented by Giant Eagle, airs live on 102.5 DVE from the Market District in Robinson every Tuesday with Steelers wide receiver Calvin Austin III. Stop out for your chance to win game tickets to meet number 19. Chalk Talk, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for Market District on DVE.
Where the average Joe can buy like a pro. CGR Wholesale.
Tackle any project when you buy from CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center. They'll put together a game plan that's a winner every time you need materials for your project. And their new showroom is now open. Stop in to check it out and see everything you need in person. Provia Siding, Owens Corning Shingles, Trex and TimberTech Decking, and much more. They'll help you get to the red zone of your project every time. Check them out online at cgrwholesaleroofing.com.
Right now, during the cheap Black Friday sales event, well-qualified current FCA lessees get an ultra-low mileage lease on the 2025 Grand Cherokee Laredo X4x4 for $379 a month for 42 months with $2,449 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-G for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Current vehicle must be registered to consumer at least 30 days prior to lease to qualify. Extra charge for miles over 26,250. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery from dealer stock by 12/1. Jeep is a registered trademark.
This is Game Day with the Pittsburgh Steelers on DVE.
For the world's most complete selection of Steelers merchandise, visit the official Steelers Pro Shop. Get it direct from the team at shop.steelers.com. 9th time the Bills have turned the ball over in the last 4 games. And the Steelers, in the pregame show, Bob Labriola talking to Mike Tomlin, they didn't take advantage of the turnovers last week against Chicago. The Bears did. That was the difference in the game. They get the interception from Eccles, but are forced to punt it away here.
Yeah, still something they got to figure out, some type of magic to crack that code for the Steelers.
Allen under center, ball marked at the 18-yard line of the Bills, and turns and gives to Cook, slithers through a hole up the middle and crosses the 25 and gets out to about the 26-yard line before Patrick Queen can make the stop. A pickup of about 8 on that first down run.
And Y.A. Black just narrowly missed that one. Kind of had his head down a little bit on Alec Anderson as he was driving him back and just narrowly missed the tackle in the hole. And James Cook able to take advantage of that and get about 5 extra yards.
So 2nd and 2 as the Bills break the huddle, and we break the 7-minute mark here of the first quarter. So 6:58 and counting remaining. Second possession for the Bills. In the shotgun formation, Allen has Cook to his left and hands to Cook, and Cook will head over left guard and pick up first down yardage across the 30 out to the 31. So a pickup of 5 yards on that second down run. It'll be a fresh set of downs for the Bills. One of the best at continuing drives. They don't get a lot of 3-and-outs offensively, the Bills.
They don't get a lot of 3-and-outs, and also, James Cook runs so hard. I mean, you saw him hit the hole. It was a slight stop, and then you saw the second surge because he's keeping his legs moving. That's why you have to go after the legs of Cook to stop him, because if not, he can churn those extra tough yards.
Heavy set in here for the Bills, and Ray Davis is checked in at the running back position. And the snap, the handoff, and Davis finds a hole up the middle of the field, tripped up by Jalen Ramsey, but he gets all the way out to the 46-yard line. An easy 15-yard gallop right up the middle of the field.
And this is one where everybody was engaged. Patrick Queen had came on a run-style blitz, so he was up on the line of scrimmage. So it wasn't really a second level, and Jalen Ramsey is a guy that had to come from depth and try and break down and make a tackle, wasn't able to make the play, and Ray Davis scoots to get them near midfield.
Remains in as a lone setback behind Allen under center. The handoff, very similar play, cuts back to the right, finds room again and crosses into Steelers territory and picks up another 12 yards down to the 42-yard line of the Steelers.
Just gashing run plays and great blocking on the backside for the Buffalo Bills, and the Steelers have to be able to disengage from these blocks. Jalen Ramsey was locked up. Kyle Duggar was locked up on those plays. You've got to disengage and make yourself available, and right now the Bills are keeping everything tight and compressed and just running and praying that the Steelers step up and don't create layered levels to attack.
Allen under center once again a heavy set, once again a turn in the handoff. And this time Allen will try to bounce it outside, and Nick Herbig grabs him around the ankles and drops him back at the 45-yard line for a loss of a couple, maybe 3 on that play.
I thought I said it. Grab the legs. What did Nick Herbig do? Grab the legs of the running back, and then Malik Harrison came and finished him off over the top.
By the way, Davis kind of hobbling off the field. Keep an eye on that. A dangerous return man and valuable backup running back. Now Ty Johnson into the game. He is to the right of Allen in the shotgun. Now moves to the left in motion. Stops just outside the tackle box and moves back next to Allen. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and the right tackle has moved early again. Second time, Alec Anderson's gotten a little...
Ball start, offense number 70. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
A little nervous. Baba Yaga, right? Boogeyman. Boogeyman. I mean, 90 is John Wick, apparently. Oh, no, that was Jack Sawyer that got him. Oh. Young Tom Jack Sawyer over there, drawing that one off the edge.
So 2nd and 17, 4:18 and counting remaining here in the first quarter. Bills have the ball, the 44-yard line of the Steelers. Allen back, throws to the left, a little slip screen out there to Johnson, and Johnson, now the flag that came flying in, it looked like maybe, you said holding, I thought maybe somebody got him by the face mask. Let's see, I hope you're right, Max, for sure.
I would love to be right. They're not moving forward yet, so that's a good sign.
Our official referee today is Alex Kemp. Now he's having a confab, and here's the decision.
Personal foul. Defense number 29. Face mask. Defense number 29. Correction, there is no foul for face mask. 3rd down.
Huh? That might be the single fastest reversal I have ever seen. Face mask?
Hey, we got a face mask on 29.
That's
you
okay.
know what? We don't have a face mask.
That's okay.
It was like somebody memory wiped him. I don't know if the Men in Black were down there.
No complaints here in Steelerland with the ball mark just inside the 43, officially calling it 3rd and 10. It's 3rd and a long 10. They have to get all the way down to the 32-yard line to pick up a first down. Crowd is up and twirling the towels here at Acrisure. Bills moving left to right in front of us with the wind at their back. 3 receivers to the right. Now Johnson motions back next to Allen in the shotgun. Allen runs up to the line of scrimmage, wants to communicate with his team. Plenty of time on the play clock, 10 seconds. Allen gets his snap. Back to pass, looking, pressure coming. Herbig has a hold of him, and the pass incomplete. Herbig had him around the waist. He just got rid of it. Threw it at the feet of Johnson in the left flat. Incomplete, and it will be 4th and 10.
Beautiful pressure. This is what I was talking about. You want to come and constrict Josh Allen. That's what they did. Nick Herbig ran a little bit underneath, but his retrace, when Allen started to float out to the left, was able to get his hands around the waist, but Johnson was right there, and Josh Allen's like, nope, I'm not letting you get smoked on this one, so throws it at the feet to live to fight another down.
4th and 10. Clock stopped with 3:27 remaining in the first quarter. Bills have the offense out on the field. Motion man across the formation is Shakir. Allen, he's going to be called for a delay. Game clapping hands. You just wonder if they were just trying to maybe draw him offside there, and the Steelers didn't bite.
Yeah, because if they got the 5 yards, that puts them in kicking range.
Right.
So that's what they were hoping for.
5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Steelers held their water. Good job. Now they'll kick a little squib punt here and try and drop the Steelers within the 10. But a great job of just holding their water for the Steelers defense.
And something for fans to consider for later, the long field goal of the year for the veteran Matt Prater is 52 yards. Now, again, the wind is at his back, it appears, although the wind looks like it's blowing in both directions at the same time.
It's like it hits right at the midfield point. It says, you go left, you go right, like a turnstile.
Snap to Wisnowski, and that is the first time he has a touchback. Didn't have a single touchback all season long, and that is the first touchback, and that's good news for the Steelers because instead of being pinned deep, they'll at least get the ball at their own 20-yard line. 3:19 remains first quarter. From Acrisure Stadium, Steelers football continues with no score between the Steelers and Bills.
Jerry Wargenis from the Gateway Clipper. Host your wedding, social event, or corporate dinner and showcase the city to your guests. Destination entertainment with dinner, drinks, and unbeatable sights. Book your boat today. Visit gatewayclipper.com for information.
It's Max Starks for my friends at Clearview Federal Credit Union. Clearview is here to help you reach your financial goals and support our community every step of the way. This season, they're giving back through Touchdowns for Hope, donating $500 to Light of Life Rescue Mission for every Pittsburgh touchdown. That's just one way Clearview shows up for those who need it most. Visit clearviewfcu.org/touchdown to learn more and open an account today. That's clearviewfcu.org/touchdown.
Score big at Don's Appliances. Upgrade your kitchen with Cafe and GE Profile appliances. Perfect for tailgating snacks and halftime feasts. Get free next day delivery and guaranteed lowest prices. Shop Don'sAppliances.com.
For an extraordinary advantage in sports, you need a game plan. For an extraordinary advantage everywhere else, all you need is Acrisure. With a high-tech human approach to insurance, cybersecurity, and more, Acrisure helps you take care of what you care about. That makes winning easy. See what Acrissure's extraordinary advantage can do for you at Acrisure.com.
Steelers fans, your team is a powerhouse. Are you ready for another great game here in the Steel City?
Absolutely. And let's take a minute to talk about the other powerhouse in town. Been the best for 48 years straight. Got the grit and strength to take on anything. It's an MVP here in Pittsburgh.
Ford F-Series.
Best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh and in America. Now, how about that young duo on offense?
That's the next powerhouse on our radar.
F-150, the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
3:19 left in the first quarter. No score here in Steelers and Bills, the matchup. But last week against Chicago, the Steelers had season highs, 36 carries, 186 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns. Good news for that. If they can continue that, Buffalo has allowed a league high 1.6 rushing touchdowns per game this season. Rob.
Missy, thank you very much. Today's first half sideline reports are brought to you by Howard Hanna. Win big with Howard Hanna, a proud real estate partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's a Bills defense that is 30th against the run and 31st in yards per carry, 5.32 yards per carry. And now again, a pistol formation. Spencer Anderson is to the right of Aaron Rodgers, Kenneth Gainwell, the running back behind the ball at the 20-yard line. Rodgers taps both sides of the helmet, settles back into this pistol formation, gets a snap, and will pitch to Gainwell, trying to get to the right edge, and he's going to get a yard or two before he is crashed down there. And the tackle made by Shaq Thompson. And again, no Bernard, their fine linebacker, he's out of this game. Bills have a rash of injuries defensively, but Shaq Thompson, the veteran, comes up and makes a stop after a pickup of 2.
Man, Shaq Thompson was able to weave through all of the bodies. It was a nice wall that was created, and literally as Spencer Anderson made the decision to take the corner on the outside, Shaq Thompson dove underneath and minimized that gain for Kenneth Gainwell.
Gainwell was split out to the left. Jalen Warren behind Rodgers in the pistol formation. Rodgers leans forward. Now will bring Gainwell in motion left to right. Gets a snap, turns, gives, and this is off the left side. Jalen Warren and gets across the 25, close to the 26. Pickup of close to 4 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4.
And just a nice dive play, great action on the inside, and Jalen Warren always falling forward, dove forward to try and get a little bit extra yardage, but not the place you want to be for the Steelers. And we have not seen Aaron Rodgers go under center. Everything's been pistol or full shotgun for him so far in these first 2 drives.
Yep, and not even handing the ball off. I think we've seen a lot of pitching.
Everything's been a pitch so far.
So keep that in mind as it gets colder, a little bit windier. Maybe the ball, it's a little harder to handle. See if that becomes a factor for the Steelers. Rodgers gets the snap, back to pass, looking right, throws up the right sideline, and incomplete, intended for Roman Wilson, who'd broken free, had a step on his defender, Cam Lewis, but it is a quick 3-and-out for the Steelers.
Yeah, I felt like that ball was released a little bit quick because Roman Wilson was trying to edge the guy to create more space between him and the sideline, so he didn't get a true bracket on him. And then as he broke back, that ball was already right in the corner where he probably needed to be, but I felt like it came a little bit quicker than expected.
Corliss Waitman back to punt, standing with his heels at his own 10-yard line. Shakir back to receive this punt. And it is a booming kick that will send Shakir back. A fair catch, flag thrown. He makes that fair catch at his own 23-yard line following a 50-yard punt. And it looks like preliminary is a hold against the Bills. That would be
no flag. I thought they threw it. I was wondering if they thought that Roman Wilson went out on his own accord and then came back in. That's what
during the kick, holding, receiving team number 28. 10-yard penalty. First down, Buffalo. Timeout.
That penalty on Sam Franklin will march the Bills back inside their own 15-yard line from Acrisure Stadium. 1:41 remains in the first quarter. No score between the Steelers and the Bills.
Parenting is rewarding, but balancing it all can be challenging. Babysitting Logistics is here to help. Founded by childcare professional Jasmine Lane, Babysitting Logistics is a premier babysitting and nanny concierge service that makes family care reliable, seamless, and stress-free. From travel nannies and event childcare to backup care and date-night sitters, our trusted team delivers solutions tailored to your family's needs. Visit babysittinglogistics.com today and experience peace of mind with concierge-level care.
In Pittsburgh, toughness isn't just on the field, it's in our DNA. At U.S. Steel, we've been making American-made steel for nearly 125 years. Strong, resilient, and built to perform under pressure. From stadiums and skyscrapers to the cars and appliances you count on every day, our steel powers progress. Proudly forged in the heart of steel country, U.S. Steel is built for what's next because in Pittsburgh, we know what it takes to win. U.S. Steel, American-made, Pittsburgh proud.
Hey, Steelers fans, if the Steelers score 3 or more touchdowns, you score 2 on the BetMGM app. Download the app and claim a casino bonus when the Steelers score 3 or more touchdowns during the regular season. Don't miss your next casino bonus on BetMGM. See BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. 21 and older to wager. PA and West Virginia only. Subject to eligibility requirements. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm Jamie Bordas. What makes our law firm great are a lot of the same things that make the Steelers great. We're tough. We fight. We win. We understand that it takes great preparation to get great results. We've been successful for years, yet every day we still strive to be better. We're a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers because we're a lot like them. Oh yeah, we also hate the Ravens.
Bordas and Bordas, fighting for justice. We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll
talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
1:41 remains here in the first quarter. The Bills have the ball at their own 13-yard line, moving left to right as Allen comes out in the shotgun in this 1st and 10. James Cook behind him in the pistol formation. Fake to Cook. Now they will throw it to him in the right flat. A little screen set out there. Blocker in front. And Cook nudges his way across the 15 out to about the 18-yard line or thereabouts. So see where they mark it efficiently here. But a nice little gain for the Bills on 1st down.
And Peyton Wilson do a good job trying to get through the lead blocker there to make sure that he can make the play and minimize it, because normally on those screens you get behind that lead blocker, and James Cook is really good at just kind of making a decision and darting past, so good job to minimize it.
They call it a 4-yard gain. Now unbalanced line to the right. Gilliam, the fullback, motions left and comes back to the right. Allen taps both sides of the helmet. Broken eye to the right side of the formation, and the pitch that way to Cook. And Cook is hit initially by T.J. Watt, then gets forward for about a yard or so to the 18 to bring up a 3rd and 5. Cam Hayward crashed down to make the stop.
And that was a great job by Cam. He just disregarded the entire both offensive line, both the center and the right guard on that one to make the play. So 3rd and medium here for the Steelers. Big thing, keep everything in front of you. Do not let them beat you deep.
Call it 3rd and 4 here. Ball just inside the 19-yard line for the Bills, moving left to right in front of us. 24 seconds remain in this first quarter. 5 in the play clock. Crowd up and cheering as Allen gets the snap. Looking left, fires underneath, and it is incomplete. Intended for Shakir, but knocked away by Eccles. Excellent job. An interception in that pass breakup.
2-6 with the PBU. Great job trying to run the one-step slant to the inside to Shakir, and Brandon Eccles all over him, making sure that he couldn't corral that ball and hit right off his fingertips. Great play by Eccles.
I got to tell you, I don't know whether he was trying to catch it or defend himself. I mean, Allen fired that thing in there to Shakir.
That was a cold rope thrown very frozenly.
So Wisnowski, 5th in the NFL in net punting average, kicks a low spiraling kick. Calvin Austin takes it back at the 29-yard line, near side of the field, scoots up the left sideline, crosses the 40, and they're going to mark him at about the 43-yard line. 52-yard punt, an 11-yard return. Here are the latest NFL scores brought to you by Clearview Federal Credit Union. Financial advice is closer than you think. Seattle leads Minnesota 3-0 in the second quarter, and the Chargers on top of Vegas 7-0. Missy Matthews informing us that Herbert was knocked out of that game.
The Trey Lance show has now made its way to Los Angeles. So interesting to keep an eye on that. Another team that's in front of us in the wild card race. They currently sit at the 6th seed as it stands as of right now. Buffalo in the 7 behind them. Jacksonville at the 5 seed.
And the Steelers have to leapfrog them, of course, because of the loss head-to-head. Figure this will probably be the final play here of this first quarter. 6 seconds remain. The ball at the 41-yard line. Pistol formation for Rodgers. Gets the snap. Play action pass. Looking, now moving to the left and throws it away. Didn't like what he saw. Nobody open. And it won't be the last play because there's still 1 second remaining after that incomplete pass.
And pressure there by a guy you might know, Larry Ogunjobi for the Buffalo Bills. In there on the last second pressure that forced Rodgers to jump out to his left and throw that ball into the dirt.
So 1 second remains, 2nd and 10. Steelers have been able to do the job defensively in the Bills, but have not gotten much going here offensively. 15 on the play clock, still in the huddle. They break it now with 11 on the play clock and have to move quickly here. Rodgers up to the shotgun position. He has Warren to his right. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rodgers leans in, gets a snap, and will give to Warren, heading left, cuts back, crosses midfield, and picks up the first down for the Steelers on the final play of the first quarter. Time to make the switch to the second quarter, brought to you by Northwest Bank. Explore checking that lets you get paid up to 2 days early. Northwest Bank, for what's next, member FDIC, equal housing lender. No score as we head to the second quarter. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Hey, Dad, I gotta come clean about something.
Okay.
I only paid for a brand new Hyundai Tucson.
Oh, you might be on the naughty list.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days on a Tucson or lease for only $249 a month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer. Proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Offers end December 1st. Call 202-929-0073 for details.
This is Max Starks. On the field, my job was all about protection. Keeping Big Ben upright, blocking the rush, securing the win. At home, I trust Pella Windows of Pittsburgh for that same level of protection and quality. Pella Windows are built tough. Like Pittsburgh, they're energy efficient and they look great too. So when it's time to replace your windows, go with the team that knows how to protect. Call Pella Pittsburgh at 412-219-2291 or visit PellaPittsburgh.com and tell them Max sent you.
Enjoy awesome deals Monday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m. 2 awesome hours. 5 awesome favorites at discount prices, including our soup, salad, bread, nacho, and dessert bar for only $9.99. $10.99 whitefish, $11.99 soft chicken, and sirloin tips and more. And for our lunch diners, we also have another awesome deal. Get our soup, salad, nacho, bread, and dessert bar for just $9.99. Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Dine-in only. No other discounts apply.
Horses, steak, and sea house. Horses is hospitality.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
So Jalen Warren, that run to conclude the first quarter, has put the ball into Bills territory. The ball at the 47-yard line. Steelers will have a 1st and 10 from there on the opening play here of the second quarter. We've seen Aaron Rodgers do nothing but take balls in the shotgun.
Exclusively in shotgun. We did see him hand it off on that last one. We talked about it primarily being a lot of toss, but that one he did hand off. And for the Steelers, first quarter, 68 rushing yards for the Bills, 20, thank goodness for that run to put them in the double digits for the Steelers.
So 1st and 10 at the 47. Rodgers comes out once again in the shotgun, taps both sides of the helmet, has Warren to his right. Now bring Freiermuth in motion right to left across the formation. Rodgers back to pass, looking, steps up, throws on a crossing pattern, incomplete to Metcalf. Well defended there by Benford, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 10. I just wanted to point out one thing, that we'll probably see more pitches going to the right because the quarterback would normally use the left hand to hand off on a play running to the right and a right hand extending the ball through a running play to the left. So that's just, again, something to keep an eye on. Going left, maybe hands off. Going right, maybe he pitches it.
Got it. No, that's expert analysis there, and the in-depth minutia you don't get anywhere else.
2nd and 10. Here's a handoff left side for Warren, and nothing doing, just going off left guard there and stop right at the line of scrimmage. Might give him a yard pickup there. Call it 3rd and 9 with 14:42 remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Christian Benford in on that tackle from the edge. And it was kind of a weird kind of whirly-bird type of handoff for Aaron Rodgers. He kind of spun and then put it in the hand of Jalen Warren, who was still going the same direction. There was no misdirection or lead type of action on that handoff.
And the wind is really picking up here. Again, moving left to right, which is where the Steelers are headed, with a 3rd and 9 from the 46-yard line of the Bills. Rodgers sends Washington in motion to the right, gets a snap. Back to pass, looking. Moving to the right, now back to the left, evades the rush, rolling out to the right, pointing downfield, throws, and boy, was trying to direct Calvin Austin, and they just couldn't hook up there, incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, and Rodgers is frustrated. He knew he had one there and escaped out of a narrow tackle there by A.J. Epinesa. And Calvin Austin just didn't quite run it all the way through. He kind of hesitated, and then at the last second tried to leap for it. And Aaron was like, no, keep going, just run. It was going to be run after the catch, but a great job of evading. He actually had enough space to run, but why take a hit if you don't have to if you're Aaron Rodgers?
Shakir back to receive this Corliss Waitman punt. 14:01 remains here in the second quarter. Here's a snap. It's a good one. And the boot end over end is an extremely short kick and is going to land at the 18-yard line, bounce straight up in the air, and be downed by Eccles. Just a 26-yard punt by Corliss Waitman after a tough week last week in Chicago. From Acrisure Stadium, Steelers football continues with the score. The Steelers nothing and the Bills nothing.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
At Washington and Jefferson College, we don't just equip you for what's next. We empower you to adapt and thrive. At W&J, bold academics meet professors who coach you to succeed. Real-world experience is built into every major. So when you graduate, you're not just ready, you're game ready. Schedule your campus visit today at washjeff.edu. That's washjeff.edu and see where your journey begins. Washington and Jefferson College, where you learn to adapt to any challenge and thrive in the ever-changing world.
For the last 48 years, Ford F-Series have been America's go-to trucks for moving mountains and also trailers, wood piles, and snow drifts. Work days and weekends, from the job site to the campsite. These trucks never stop working, just like you. That's what makes them America's best-selling trucks for 48 years. Ford F-150, official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Pittsburgh's best-selling trucks.
Confluence Financial Partners provides financial guidance that balances living fully today, preparing confidently for tomorrow, and securing what matters most. As your partner in wealth management and a proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, they act as the quarterback of your financial plan, helping you navigate life's transitions and milestones. Your legacy deserves more than a plan. It deserves a partner. Discover how Confluence Financial Partners can help you build yours at confluencefp.com.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Steelers and Bills still scoreless. 13:52 left in the first half. TJ Watt is going to be heading out to the field with the rest of the Steelers defense. Let's talk some bros. Watt brothers versus Bosa brothers. We know TJ passed JJ for most career sacks last week in Chicago. Joey Bosa also has more than his older brother, Nick Bosa. But don't worry, guys, the Watts, they have a lot more than the Bosa brothers combined. Rob.
They sure do, Missy. Thank you very much. And the opening possession of the second quarter here for the Bills starts at their own 20-yard line. And the handoff to Cook trying the left side, and he is bottled up. Highsmith and others there. And a very fired up Y.A. Black in that stop.
That's right. Belly Selly himself, number 94, was not happy about that one. And Alex Highsmith, a great force edge defender at the outside linebacker position. That's what they were missing a week ago. Nothing against Nick Herbig, but Alex Highsmith plays the run just a little bit better than 51.
Pickup of a yard brings up a 2nd and 9. 13-20 and counting here remaining in this scoreless game, second quarter. Bills moving right to left in front of us. Allen under center. Gets a snap, play action pass. Back, looking, throws over the middle of the field. It's complete to Cook at the 25, dances across the 30, and gets out to the 34-yard line to pick up a Bills first down before Patrick Queen can make the stop. 13-yard pickup. Peyton Wilson in the stop for the Steelers as well.
And that's just a tough situation. Check down. James Cook releases right up the middle and just runs a little curl right in front of him. Patrick Queen backing up in the Tampa 2 type of position in the middle of the field. Has to then retrace and come back and try and make the play, but not before he got the first down.
34-yard line, right hash. Allen under center, touches both sides of his helmet. Now gestures out to his left, wants Shavers to move closer to the line of scrimmage. Gets the snap, rolling out to the left, looking, has plenty of room, and he's going to run. Crosses the 35 and gets out close to the 40-yard line. So see where they mark it. They're going to mark him out of bounds, I believe, at the 40. So that'll be a pickup of 6 to bring up a 2nd and 4.
And that's one thing Josh Allen's good at, the quarter rollout. You get everybody going in one direction and you run that kind of naked rollout to the opposite side direction. All the attention's going play side, and Josh Allen so deadly with his legs, able to pick up 6 yards on the run.
Comes out in the shotgun now on a 2nd and 4. 12 minutes remain here in this first half. Cook is to the left of Allen. Gets a snap, and the give to Cook off right guard, and Cook will pick up a couple out to the 42. And once again, Y.A. Black coming up. Demonstrative here.
Listen, he's been a pirate. Raised the Jolly Roger for 94 there. He has been in on it, and he's been sinking their battleship repeatedly. This is one of the guys we knew he was going to be a big factor throughout the year. We talked about him in preseason. Now really getting a chance to shine with Derek Harmon being out and Y.A. Black living up to the billing.
So 3rd and 2 from the 42-yard line. Ty Johnson gets the handoff off right guard, and with that second effort, looks like he had enough. Thought for a moment the Steelers had him stopped, but just a little bit of a late surge. And he's able to make the stop. Once again, getting up the bottom of that pile is Y.A. Black, but that's enough for a first down.
Who got double teamed. He took and absorbed 2 guys, and he had the initial hit, but as the guys were falling over, that's where Ty Johnson kind of got the extra push. Didn't see a knee hit the ground, went over with his back to put the ball over the line for the first down.
Ball just short of the 45-yard line. 10:45 and counting remaining in the second quarter. Broken eye to the right with Allen under center and Cook as the setback. Gets the handoff moving left. Is going to try to cut to the outside. Lost the football, and it's still loose, and James Pierre has it for the Steelers. Or is that Patrick Queen who has it at the bottom of that pile? It is. It's Patrick Queen.
Count them. 1, 2 turnovers already on this game. Beautiful job there. Nick Herbig dislodges the ball. It bounces out, then comes back in, and Patrick Queen in for the play. Another turnover for the Steelers defense. Doing a great job. Was that 22 or 23 on the season for this Steelers defense? 22, and in prime position here for the Steelers, essentially where they ended up finishing off last drive. Let's see if they can capitalize on it and finally put some points off the board off this turnover and pay off the tremendous job of your defense.
10 turnovers that the Bills have committed in the last 4 games. And Rodgers will come out with an empty set. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Ball at the 39-yard line of the Bills, set in the right hash. Rodgers gets the snap, back to pass. 4-man rush, fires, has Metcalf wide open inside the 30 and cuts to the middle of the field to the 25-yard line. And a 14-yard pickup and a first down for the Steelers.
And that's just a beautiful job. Handling the rush off the edge. There was a blitz off the edge. Great job of the offensive line blocking. DK Metcalf sits inside the zone in between a triangle of defenders, gets north and south, fresh set of downs. Now we're in that Boz scoring zone. Regardless of what the weather's doing, you're now in a place where you can actually convert points.
Under 10 minutes remaining here in this first half. 3 tightly bunched receivers to the right, and now Austin in motion to the left across the formation. Rodgers play action pass, rolling out to the left, looking, standing, surveying, throws underneath, and incomplete, intended for Darnell Washington up the left hash, hit him right in the chest as he was falling forward, and he could not corral it.
It was a tough one. As Darnell was falling and the ball kind of hit the front left shoulder pad, he was trying to go underneath, and the ball hit him a little bit high and ricocheted off the front chest plate of the uniform. Man, that would have been a great opportunity, but we're sitting at 2nd and 10, still in good position. They just got to make some good decisions here as we get in the high red zone. I guess, is this high red zone right now?
High red zone. Rodgers in the shotgun. He has Gainwell to the right, brings Freiermuth in motion right to left. Gets the snap, back, looking, and now will throw right underneath. One-handed grab in the flat by Gainwell. Makes a man miss. Stiff arm down the sideline and knocked out of bounds by Shaq Thompson inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I will say this, a sidearm sling by Aaron Rodgers around, almost looked like he was trying to bend the football around there, around A.J. Epinesa coming up the field on the rush. Kenneth Gainwell, I don't know how he scooped it. One hand almost hit the turf, kept his footing, and got north and south, and now you're talking about being inside the 10-yard line. Great play by Gainwell.
And the Steelers are now entering the Heinz red zone. During Steelers season, it has to be Heinz. 17-yard pickup down to the 8, pistol formation for Rodgers. He brings Jonnu Smith in motion to the right, sets up as an H-back there, now moves back to the left. Rodgers gets the snap, play action pass, looking, little screen to Warren right up the middle of the field. Warren makes the grab and lunges forward all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Love a running back middle screen there. Great job, great execution. Holds it, Jalen Warren, little quick pickup and throws it right off. It seemed like the butt cheek of Isaac Siamalu, and Jalen Warren got north and south real quick. And the Steelers now 2nd and goal. This is 4-down territory in this moment, so you got 3 tries to get 2 yards.
Spencer Anderson is checked into the game. Warren remains the lone setback behind Rodgers in the pistol formation. Power to the right of this formation. Anderson set up as the tight end and 2 tight ends to the right of him in H-back positions. Rodgers gets the snap, wants to throw, pump fake, and then comes back to Warren incomplete as pressure came in from Dorian Williams and forced that quick incomplete throw.
This is one thing I'll say. This is where not going under center hurts you as an offense, because the defense can see everything that you're doing. There is no fakes. There are no great opportunities because you're 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so it really limits what you do. So if you're going to do something, you have to be intentional and you have to be on top of it and be quick.
Rodgers has Warren now to his left. Anderson in motion right to left. Now he will settle in an H-back position to the left of the formation. Now crabbing to the left. The handoff. Warren straight up the middle, following Anderson into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
I have no clue what that touchdown celebration was. John Warren was on his back, and he was doing like a reverse crab walk with his elbows, I guess, in that moment. But what a great job sending Spencer Anderson in motion, then using him as a fullback and going in there. There is a flag down on the field. Not sure if it was a celebration or what, but we'll get that figured out in a second. But what a great job on the lead ISO play by Spencer Anderson as your fullback.
And the officials huddling here at the 15-yard line.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, Pittsburgh number 4. It'll be a 15-yard penalty on the try.
And it's DK Metcalf following the 4th rushing touchdown of the season for Jalen Warren. And so that is going to be a much longer, obviously, extra point attempt.
Hey, as long as it didn't affect the touchdown being taken away. That's what matters. Get the 6 on the board, and then we can worry about the 7th point with a guy by the name of Chris Boswell. The Wizard of Boz has kicked under worse conditions in this situation, but we'll see how this all plays out, the actual distance.
And now Alex Kemp has jogged over to talk to Sean McDermott here to see if they might want to try to do something
on the kickoff, right? See if that penalty can be assessed for that instead of the extra point.
Well, it's not very punitive for teams in
Buffalo
the kickoff.
has chosen to take the penalty on the kickoff.
Okay. Well, that's interesting because only the kicker moves back.
Yeah.
But you know how I feel about this. They should move the whole coverage team back.
Move everybody.
Then it would be a penalty.
Then it would be a true penalty. But at the same time, the kicker might be more likely to not hit the landing zone.
That's true.
By moving further, especially in this weather. So you're taking that risk with a decent returner like Ray Davis back there.
So Boswell, the normal length extra point attempt, and that extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 6-play, 39-yard drive, takes 2:23, comes after the turnover, the Warren 1-yard touchdown, and the Steelers have just scored from the Heinz red zone. During Steelers season, it has to be Heinz from Acrisure Stadium. 8:09 remains in the first half. Steelers football continues with a score: the Steelers 7, the Bills nothing.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
At West Shore Home, they make it easy to knock out your bathroom, window, door, or flooring project. Schedule at WestShoreBath.com to have someone out as early as tomorrow to show you your options. After that, their highly trained employee installers will stop back to complete your job. These teams have earned more than 60,000 five-star reviews. Plus, they're making it even easier to get started now with Black Friday savings. Free installation on all projects. Schedule online at WestShoreBath.com to lock in these savings before they're gone.
When it it comes to your roof, trust matters. This is Brian Murphy, and I own Easy Home Exteriors. I'm not a national chain. I'm not backed by private equity. I'm your neighbor, and this is my business. Roofing is where we shine, so if you've been thinking about replacing your roof, let's talk. I use quality materials, do the job right, and never cut corners. You won't pay for big overhead or pushy salespeople. Just honest, affordable work from a local guy who cares. No gimmicks, no games, just roofing done right. Call 412-678-7008 or visit easydidit.com.
Tractor trailers are some of the most dangerous vehicles on the road. There are federal rules for load sizes, driver's hours, and maintenance for a reason. When big rigs don't follow these rules, entire families can be torn apart. We have the talent and the resources to take on these large companies. Hopefully, through our work, families are being helped and trucking companies are getting the message about safety.
Bordis and Bordis, proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Pittsburgh Steelers play here on DVE.
We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
So the Jalen Warren short touchdown run, the extra point puts the Steelers up 7-0. Chris Boswell has to feel like the loneliest man in America. He's all the way back at the 20. His coverage team is lined up at the 40, so the coverage team doesn't move back. So as long as he gets us to the landing zone, and here's the boot, and that boot will be taken at the 15-yard line by Davis. Davis starts to the left and is taken down by Cole Holcomb as he gets to the 31-yard line. So, all right, well, the Patrick Queen fumble recovery was the Northwest switch possession play. Listen to Michelle Michaels Monday for the cue to call in. Tell her the Northwest Bank switch a possession play to win a $100 Visa gift card courtesy of Northwest Bank, the team that brings you expert advice right in your neighborhood. Go to northwest.com, Northwest Bank, for what's next. And head downstairs in a moment for an interesting statistic from Missy Matthews with the Bills. Break the huddle. They have the ball at their own 31-yard line. Left hash. Allen is under center. He has Cook as a lone setback. Now pointing out to his right. Settles back under center. Gets a snap and will give to Cook. And Cook finds a big hole off right tackle and rumbles forward out to the 45-yard line. Max, a pickup of 14 on that play.
And that's just tough. That one was just a pre-designed cutback. Going left, sheds back to the right, beats everybody to the edge, and it takes monumental effort to chase him because he had green grass if Malik Harrison doesn't come and make the stop.
These sort of simple running plays have found lots of room here for the Bills. Allen under center once again. The ball at the 45-yard line. Under 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here first half. Cook remains a lone setback, and the handoff to Cook. And he's going to once again edge to the right after he gets the handoff. This time picks up a minimal gain of 2 or 3 yards. And Missy Matthews, the Steelers were able to take advantage of that turnover and score points, but they've been getting a lot of those kind of turnovers in specific.
Yeah, no kidding. The Steelers defense, that they have now forced 16 forced fumbles, most in the NFL, and they do like to take advantage of it, especially when the offense can get some points off of it. And when the Steelers offense doesn't commit any turnovers, guys, the Steelers are 8-0 this season.
Like that, Missy. So take care of the football. Maybe cause another turnover. You already have 2 here from the Bills as Allen gets a snap back, fakes left, and now steps forward, shrugs off a sack attempt, and moves and is hit hard by Duggar as he crosses midfield to about the 49-yard line. Patrick Queen, Duggar had him low and Queen hit him up top.
And he went tumbling backwards. That looked like a redwood falling in the forest. You wonder if it makes a sound. The sound is thud when number 6 is with the chainsaw.
So 3rd and 3 from the 48-yard line. Keep in mind, the Bills, we saw this with the Bears last week too. They will run the football a lot in these situations because they're thinking about going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, they're a high 4th down tendency team in these moments. So what they're looking to do is just get some positive yardage on this and give them an opportunity to go for it on 4th.
Ty Johnson settles next to Allen left in the shotgun, gets a snap and the fake, and Allen will keep running left. So fake to Johnson moving right. He keeps it going left, gets to the 45-yard line, just enough for a first down. Highsmith and Hayward team up on the stop.
And just a little quarterback counter on that play, and we see a little scrum there on the field afterwards, I guess, talking about the hit of their guy, but I didn't see any helmet-to-helmet contact. Jalen Ramsey kind of came and put his hands underneath to prevent going low with the helmet on that play to try and stop the forward momentum of Josh Allen.
The ball just over the 45-yard line of the Steelers, set on the left hash. The Bills moving right to left in front of us. 5:15 and counting here remaining in the first half. Allen is under center, has Cook as the lone setback. Allen gets a snap, will pitch to Cook to the left side and cuts back. Good inside pursuit as Benton and Hayward and others show up to help make the stop after a pickup of about 3, maybe 2 or 3 down to the 42 or so.
And I talked about forced defender. Alex Highsmith does a great job pressing into Knox, then releasing on the inside and minimizing that game, taking Cook down to the ground. But the Steelers defense also, most points off turnovers in the NFL right now as it stands, with 81 points off of turnovers they generated.
Cook, 13 carries, 59 yards. He is checked out of the game. Ty Johnson is to the right of Allen in the shotgun. Gets the snap, twirling around to the right, comes back to the left and has it batted away. And it was Kyle Duggar coming in the blitz. They had a screen set up to the left, but Duggar, man, now he almost caught that one.
Yeah, he did. It kind of ricocheted off of his right hand, hit his shoulder, because he was trying to corral that in for an interception. And a great job there by Duggar on the blitz, perfectly timed by Terrell Austin, dialing up that play in that moment.
3rd and 8, ball at the 43-yard line of the Steelers, set on the left hash. 2 receivers to the left for Allen, 3 to the right. It's an empty set. Steelers right now showing 4-man rush. They'll bring 5. The throw left. It is complete to Johnson in the flat, and Johnson swung out of bounds. And that is close to first down yardage, and it looks like they've given him enough for the first down just inside the 35-yard line. So Steelers brought the pressure, and Johnson was wide open in the left flat.
Yeah, he was. Joey Porter Jr. does a good job of coming up for the initial contact, but just narrowly misses him as he crossed over the line to gain for the first down. But as close as you could possibly get in that zone coverage.
So another 3rd down pickup here for the Bills, has the ball at the 34-yard line of the Steelers. Under 4 minutes remaining here in the first half. Allen under center, taps both sides of his helmet, has a lone setback as Cook. Gets a snap, will give to Cook. Cook hesitation move, bursts to the left, finds a hole, is swung down by Joey Porter Jr., but another pickup of 6 or 7 yards there on first down.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the legs get you 6 to 7 yards every single time with James Cook. But I think the biggest thing is just guys missing the blocks in the over pursuit. When he cuts back, you can't over pursue to play side because you know he has a propensity to have a one-step cutback. So you got to be disciplined in the backside holes of this offense, or quote unquote the defensive gaps.
And the Bills are the top rushing offense in the NFL, averaging 147.2 yards per game. Now Allen rolling out to the right, steps out of the Watt sack attempt, steps out of another sack attempt, goes sliding down, is hammered as he slides forward, lost the football. Patrick Queen hit him in. Oh, the Bills do not like that at all. And over on the far side of the field by the Bills sideline, there's some pushing and shoving and some jawing going on. And now let's see what the officials are going to say about this and where the ball's going to be marked.
Didn't see a flag come out of the field, but I'm sure they're looking for something. And if that was a little extra chicken wing by Patrick Queen as Josh Allen went down to the ground. But it doesn't look like anything's going to happen, and he's going to come up a little bit short of the first down yardage necessary. But, man, Josh Allen, you got out of a T.J. Watt sack and a second potential pursuit sack to get all that extra yardage. That is why you cannot rush beyond. You must rush at depth and constrict this football player.
He went the first half a dozen games without being sacked once on a scramble. I mean, he is a hard guy to bring down. On a 3rd and 1, and the fake to Johnson, Allen's going to keep it. Allen gets across the 25, across the 24, and looks like he has just enough for a first down, and Patrick Queen is laying on his back at the 26-yard line of the Bills, and quickly the training staff rushes out to attend to him.
And Patrick Queen, before the play, was grabbing his right side hip, like during the play, actually. Yep. And as the play was still going, he actually skipped out of the way and then it was signaling the trainer and then went to the ground.
Yep, clearly his right hip kind of holding that area and hobbled and then laid down at the 26-yard line. 2:20 remains here in this first half from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues with a score. The Steelers 7, the Bills nothing.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
We see you. Your calendar's color-coded. Your outfit for tomorrow is already laid out. You have everything in Tupperware labeled in your fridge. You buy in bulk. You meal prep. You know what you're doing in 2027. You're a planner. And we're here to say you don't have to do it all. S&T Bank makes banking easy. From our friendly team to our online and mobile solutions, we do more so you can do less. Stop by your local branch. Visit stbank.com or call 800-325-2265. S&T Bank. Member FDIC.
Steelers fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Welcome to Pond Lehocky Giordano, one of the largest workers' compensation law firms in the country. We know the playbook on injury law. It's how we've helped over 100,000 injured and disabled workers obtain benefits. And we know we can do the same for you. Even better, you don't pay a dime until we win your case. One conversation is all it takes to help you and your family get back on track. For any legal needs, give Pond Lehocky a call.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Patrick Queen is hobbled off the field and is being attended to in the blue tent here along the Steelers sideline. Meanwhile, it is a 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line of the Steelers. 2:20 remains here in the first half. Steelers up 7-0. Keep in mind the Steelers will get the ball to begin the second half. Would love to come up with a stop here. In case you're wondering about the timeout situation, each team with 3 timeouts remaining. And now the clock is rolling, and so the Bills don't have to snap it and likely won't snap it as we get down to the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, play was made inbounds, had to stop for injury timeout, so it is an active clock.
And now it is time for the 2-minute warning timeout, brought to you by Pond Lehocky Giordano. Injured at work or in an accident? Call Pond Lehocky for a free consultation. Their expert legal team will help every step of the way and get you and your family back on track. With a score, the Steelers 7, the Bills nothing. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The black and gold faithful always travel well to see the team on the road. And now Caliente and DVE give you a chance to become a road warrior. We're teaming up to send 2 lucky fans to watch the black and gold take on Detroit on December 21st in the Motor City. The winner receives tickets, airfare, and hotel stay for 2, plus a Caliente gift card. From Caliente, 7-time World Pizza Champions and now the official pizza of WDVE. Deadline to enter is November 30th. Register at any Caliente location or at dve.com.
Hey Pittsburgh, this is Will Howard with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know what teamwork and a winning tradition are all about, and so does the team at Calusi Chevrolet. Having been in business for over 107 years, they know what it takes to keep customers coming back year after year. Things like great pricing, great selection, and great service after the sale. So take it from me, Will Howard. There's never been a better time to buy or better dealer to buy from. Calusi Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Where the average Joe can buy like a pro. CGR Wholesale.
You win every time you
you by from CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center. The team there is your first line of defense to help you save time and money with their powerful fleet of delivery trucks, and their new showroom is now open. Score big with Provia Siding, Owens Corning Shingles, Trex and TimberTech Decking, and more. They've got everything you need under one roof to get you to the red zone. Check them out online at cgrwholesaleroofing.com.
We see you. Your calendar's color-coded. Your outfit for tomorrow is already laid out. You have everything in Tupperware labeled in your fridge. You buy in bulk. You meal prep. You know what you're doing in 2027. You're a planner. And we're here to say you don't have to do it all. S&T Bank makes banking easy. From our friendly team to our online and mobile solutions, we do more so you can do less. Stop by your local branch. Visit stbank.com or call 800-325-2265. S&T Bank. Member FDIC.
Listen after the game for the Mike Tomlin press conference on DVE.
Out of the 2-minute warning, the Bills have the ball at the 24-yard line of the Steelers. The Steelers up 7-0. And the Bills have all 3 of their timeouts remaining, as do the Steelers. Remember, the Steelers will get the ball to begin the second half. Won the toss, elected to defer. Bills break the huddle with Cook as the lone setback behind Allen, who will go under center. 11th play of this drive. Motion man is Shavers, starts left, moves back to the right. Settles there as Allen gets his snap. We'll give to Cook, cuts to the outside, nobody there, and then swung around by Joey Porter Jr. Boy, that is a pretty fine open field tackle by Porter, who was the only one on that side of the field.
Listen, that was the G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip on that one.
Wow.
Because that was a great juke move by Cook, but Joey Porter sticks the paw out and is able to keep on to some cloth and then wrangles him in to prevent that, because that could have been a catastrophic play. Nobody was to the outside, and Joey Porter Jr. forced him back after the 5-yard gain.
So with 1:51 remaining in the first half, it is the Steelers who used the first of their 3 timeouts on a 2nd and 5 for the Bills. A reminder, our next broadcast of the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network will be next Sunday when the Steelers visit the Baltimore Ravens. Steelers Audio Network coverage will begin at 11 a.m. on Sunday, the 7th. Regardless of the outcome of this game, that will be for first place currently in the AFC North.
Yeah, big game here, but you got to handle business today, so you make that an even bigger one come Sunday.
Next crowd up and cheering, towels waving around here at Acrisure Stadium, trying to affect this Bills offense, moving right to left toward the closed end of the stadium. Under center is Allen, gets a snap, gives to Cook, cuts outside to the right again, and once again it's Joey Porter Jr. This time wrestles him out of bounds out at the 16-yard line and just collapsing in there. There is nobody out to that right side, the offensive right side of the field.
And that's a problem when everything compresses in. You got to make sure that you have outside leverage for a runner like Cook, because he is always going to cut to the outside. He's not going to keep that and dive straight up in the inside. He's always going to look for the cutback lane, so you should keep somebody out there.
We had an announcement. I did not hear what the announcement was.
There was a timeout of some sort.
Let's head downstairs to Missy Matthews. Missy?
Well, guys, Patrick Queen has exited the blue tent, headed to the Steelers locker room. He is dealing with a hip injury. His return to the game in the second half is questionable.
All right, Missy, thank you very much. If you're looking for the Steelers' depth at the inside linebacker position, of course, Cole Holcomb has been sort of that next guy up. You have Malik Harrison, Carson Bruner.
After review, the runner was down inbounds. That requires a 10-second runoff under 2 minutes. Pittsburgh has chosen to take a timeout. That's our second of the half.
Oh, they thought he went out of bounds, but apparently he did not.
Okay.
He went down inbounds, and if you want to stop the clock, obviously the Bills don't want to because they're in scoring range. So for the Steelers trying to preserve it, maybe get another possession here, planning on if they can stop or get the Bills to kick a field goal in this moment, so they can get a little bit of time to see if they can have a quick drive.
And interesting to see how the Bills will counter that. They can still get a first down. They have the ball at the 11-yard line. Will they try to run the ball and slow play it a little bit, try to use up some clock here? Or will they be aggressive here on this first down play? Allen under center, has Cook as the lone setback. Motion Shavers into an H-back to the right. Gets the snap, gives to Cook. Dancing up the middle of the field this time, not much. Will get across just inside the 10-yard line. Minute 35 and counting here.
And this is tough. I mean, you see why James Cook is the number 2 rusher in the NFL. He's closing in on 75 yards in the first half rushing against the Steelers. And that's one you've got to figure out a way to minimize him, coming out at halftime.
Yeah, actually 16 for 79 for Cook, who's to the left of Allen in the shotgun. 10 in the play clock, 1:08 in the game clock. As Allen gets a snap, play action pass, throws to the left and throws wildly. Some pressure being supplied there by Highsmith and thrown away, intended out in the left flat for Dawson Knox. So kind of a simple throw there, and Allen just hurried it. And now it's 3rd and 9 with 1:04 remaining here in the first half.
Well, a great job by Alex Highsmith to kind of lead with the hand as he was rushing upfield, trying to distort the lane. And so for Allen, he didn't want to risk floating it and potentially getting picked off, so he threw it at the feet to have another down.
Crowd cheering here. Now, boy, it is loud, the loudest it's been all day. Johnson to the right of Allen in the shotgun, and the quick crossing pattern to Gabe Davis, and Davis is stood up at the 4-yard line, and so he is short of a first down. And the Steelers will use their final timeout here. They also have an injured player down in the field. And it looks like that might be James Pierre. And now jogging onto the field is Asante Samuel. The Steelers use their final timeout. And they are going to add another second to the clock here to make it 55 seconds remaining here. Again, keep in mind the Bills are a team that will go for it a lot. This will be an interesting call now with a 4th and 3. They can still pick up a first down, by the way.
They can. You get inside of the 1-yard line, you can still get a fresh set of downs. And I'll say 1.5. It looks like, as I'm looking at the pylon, it's about a 1.5-yard line.
So we're going to get a timeout as they attend to James Pierre. 55 seconds remains in the first half from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues to the score. The Steelers 7, the Bills nothing.
Ford F-Series, a name you'll remember. They're the best-selling trucks in America and the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers, capable of towing, hauling, and being the MVP of your game day tailgate. They're here to help you score big. Go to neighborhoodfordstore.com and enter for a chance to win an F-150. You might just become the talk of Steelers Nation. F-Series, the best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
Football is all about protection. Protect the ball, the QB, the lead. With Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace, you can protect yourself with high-quality health coverage, so you're not blindsided by medical bills. It's open enrollment time for all Pennsylvanians to apply, shop, and enroll at penny.com. That's PENNIE.com. Deadline is December 15th. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Starting a home improvement project? Essential Utilities reminds you, before you build a deck, plant a tree, or put up a fence, call 811. Professionals from Underground Utilities like Peoples will mark your lines so you can dig safely. Whether you're doing the work yourself or hiring a professional, calling 811 is free for homeowners. And it's the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig to keep you and your family safe. Peoples, an Essential Utilities company.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
55 seconds remains here in the first half. Asante Samuel has checked in for his first action after Pierre's injury, so he is out in the field for the first time as the Steelers just elevated from the practice squad after being signed a few weeks ago. Bills lined up to go for it here. Ty Johnson scurries out to the left, and now across the formation goes Shakir. Now Allen hustling up to the line of scrimmage. 13 in the play clock. Will he snap it, or are they just trying to draw the Steelers offside? Oh, the crowd are really roaring now. 7 on the play clock. 3, 2, and that's it. They will not snap the ball, and the crowd loves the fact that the Steelers held their water. Big cheer for him after that one.
Listen, better than Eddie Murphy and the Golden Child, right? You got to hold that water if you want the dagger. And right there, the Steelers hold their water, and now they'll come out for a kick because you don't want to lose that. Take one of your timeouts instead of taking the delay of game and try and get some points on the board to end this half so they don't go scoreless.
Maybe. I wouldn't put it past him to run Josh Allen back out there and go for it again. Well, actually, go for it this time.
Try to do a second one and then hit another timeout?
I wouldn't think they would try to draw him off, but they're bringing the offense back out again. And James Pierre hustling back out. Asante Samuel sprinting toward the sideline.
Oh, and last second.
Now Harrison running onto the field as the substitute for Eccles. Ty Johnson in the Bills huddle. The ball at the 4-yard line, set up on the left hash. It is 4th and 3. Steelers up 7-0. Crowd up again on its feet. Twirling terrible towels here at Acrisure Stadium. 3 receivers to the left, and now movement along the right side of the Bills' offensive line.
I love that one right there.
Start. Offense number 66. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
That's a Temptations move right there when you show the false start, right?
As opposed to Idris Magini with the delay of game.
Correct.
So that was McGovern who moved early. Torrance was in lockstep with him moving early as well.
Oh, that's good.
Now the field goal unit will be out there. It's the veteran Matt Prater, 15 of 17 on the season, who will try to kick this field goal to get the Bills on the board. It's being marked at the 17-yard line, so a chip shot field goal attempt of some 27 yards. And there's the snap, there's the hold, there's the kick. That kick by Prater is up. That kick by Prater is good. And with 51 seconds remaining here in the first half, the Steelers up 7-3. But again, by aggressively using those timeouts, they do have an opportunity to maybe get in field goal range here and get a Boswell field goal attempt.
Yeah, I mean, that's the hope. And then, like you said, you can now revitalize the double score opportunity. But really it's going to matter to see how this kickoff is handled, where they get the ball for those first plays to determine how aggressive you need to be to get into Bos's field goal range.
Well, this season, the law firm of Bordas & Bordas will make a $500 donation to the Ronald McDonald House for every sack by the Steelers defense. This preseason and regular season, the Steelers defense has collected 38 sacks so far this season, and Bordas & Bordas is on pace to donate $19,000 to the Ronald McDonald House. Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice. 16-play, 60-yard drive at the end. The Steelers able to make the stop inside their own 5-yard line. Took 7 minutes and 18 seconds, winds up with a Prater 27-yard field goal, and so it is a 7-3 game. Steelers moving left to right in front of us. 51 seconds remaining here in this first half. It's Keyshawn Williams and Kenneth Gainwell back to receive this Prater kick. Prater raises the hand now. Up and boots it. High end-over-end kick. Going to drive Keyshawn Williams back to his own 2-yard line in the near hash. Angling toward the right side of the field to the 20. Gets to the 25, and he is hit hard and dropped there. Javon Solomon and others in the stop. 3 Bills converging after that 22-yard return. Now, after the play, here comes a flag.
Peyton Wilson was in a scrum with a couple of guys. Hopefully that works on our side. I always get the second guy, not the first guy.
Well,
backed up.
So much for the best laid plans.
After the play was over, personal foul, receiving team number 41. It's half the distance to the goal line. First down, Steelers.
Well, Max, you conserve these timeouts. You have 46 seconds remaining. You're doing this with the purpose of trying to march down and get some points at the end of the board. And a penalty like that pretty much puts that out of commission. And look, the Bills only have 2 timeouts remaining, but now you figure you almost have to run the ball here and just bleed the clock out.
Yeah, you have to in this moment because
they're going empty set. The minute I say that.
Yeah.
3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Now Washington motions to the left as Rodgers, standing hands in pocket, now moves Washington back to the right, gets the snap. Back to pass, will throw out quickly to the right. And this is Jonnu Smith. And Smith in the right flat heads up to the 19-yard line. Stop there. And the Steelers kind of sort of semi-moving quickly here. 32, 31, 30 seconds remaining. Rodgers gesturing out to his left. 3 receivers in that direction. Has Gainwell to his left in the shotgun. Rodgers now leans forward, gets a snap, gives to Gainwell. Gainwell weaving forward and out to about the 30-yard line. Again, the Steelers can't stop the clock. And 14 seconds remain here in the first half. The Steelers, they're muddling around, and it doesn't look like they're going to run another play. That's it. They're going to head over to the sideline, and that is the end of the second quarter. Brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. With a score, the Steelers 7, the Bills 3. The UPMC halftime report is up next on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
From last-second game-winning field goals to 98-yard kickoff returns, football is exciting. But as the official bank of the Pittsburgh Steelers, PNC prefers to be steady and boring, like a solid ground game that eats up the clock. A strategy that scored a lot of financial wins over the last 160 years. And while our customers may not wear our name on the back of jerseys, Steelers fans can get 20% off regularly priced merchandise with the Pittsburgh Steelers PNC Bank debit card. A pretty exciting option play if you ask us. Find out more at pnc.com/Steelers card. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Ford F-Series, a name you'll remember. They're the best-selling trucks in America and the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers, capable of towing, hauling, and being the MVP of your game day tailgate. They're here to help you score big. Go to neighborhoodfordstore.com and enter for a chance to win an F-150. You might just become the talk of Steelers Nation. F-Series, the best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of Steelers Nation. By your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com. By the Pennsylvania Lottery. Play PA Lottery online and get a first-time deposit match up to $1,000. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. By Pennsylvania One Call System. Call 811 before you dig. By Pepsi, the official soft drink sponsor of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By PNC, the official bank of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Schneider Downs. Discover the value of big thinking with a personal focus at schneiderdowns.com. By Steelers Pro Shop. Get it direct from the team at the Steelers Pro Shop at shop.steelers.com. By UPMC, the official healthcare provider and health plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And by RE/MAX Select Realty. Visit RE/MAXSelectPittsburgh.com.
Welcome to the UPMC Halftime Report on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. UPMC, the official healthcare provider and health plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Wes Schuler with you here at Acrisure Stadium at the half, where it's Steelers 7, Bills 3. The first half recap is brought to you by PNC Bank, the official bank of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and brilliantly boring since 1865. The Bills started with the football. Brandon Eccles' interception early on set the Steelers up in good position, good field position, but they were unable to take advantage. It was a bit of a slog for both offenses early on through the first quarter and into the second quarter, still scoreless. When a James Cook fumble set the Steelers up in plus territory. 6 plays, 39 yards. Jaylen Warren able to punch it in from a yard out.
The handoff, Warren straight up the middle, following Anderson into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
And that broke the scoreless draw with a little over 8 minutes left in the second quarter. It was 7-0 Steelers. And then in the final minute of the half, Prater true from 27 yards out to cut the Steelers' lead to 7-3. The Steelers will start the second half with the football. When we return on the other side, we'll take a look at the NFL scoreboard. You're listening to the UPMC Halftime Report on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
At West Shore Home, they make it easy to knock out your bathroom, window, door, or flooring project. Schedule at westshorebath.com to have someone out as early as tomorrow to show you your options. After that, their highly trained employee installers will stop back to complete your job. These teams have earned more than 60,000 five-star reviews. Plus, they're making it even easier to get started now with Black Friday savings. Free installation on all projects. Schedule online at westshorebath.com to lock in these savings before they're gone.
Starting a home improvement project? Essential Utilities reminds you, before you build a deck, plant a tree, or put up a fence, call 811. Professionals from underground utilities like Peoples will mark your lines so you can dig safely. Whether you're doing the work yourself or hiring a professional, calling 811 is free for homeowners. And it's the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig to keep you and your family safe. Peoples, an essential utilities company.
Hi, this is Bill Hillgrove. Life moves fast, but planning ahead doesn't have to be complicated.
Exactly, Bill. That's why NSS Life offers affordable life insurance and reliable annuities you can count on.
It's the peace of mind you've been looking for.
Because you're not just planning for tomorrow, you're building a future that lasts a lifetime.
NSS Life. Secure today, confident tomorrow.
NSS Life, where family matters.
Score big at Don's Appliances. Upgrade your kitchen with Whirlpool and KitchenAid appliances. Perfect for tailgate snacks and halftime feasts. Get free next day delivery and guaranteed lowest prices. Shop DonsAppliances.com.
At Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, our table has no end. Every seat filled means another neighbor nourished. But this table needs you. Donate, volunteer, advocate, because the power of you keeps the table growing. Activate your power today at PittsburghFoodBank.org.
Listen after the game for the Mike Tomlin press conference on DVE.
We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
Halftime at Acrisure Stadium, where it's Pittsburgh 7, Buffalo 3. Let's take a look at the NFL scoreboard. It's brought to you by Number One Cochran, preferred auto group of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seattle up 16-0 on Minnesota right now. That one midway through the third quarter. Second half just getting underway at SoFi Stadium, where the Chargers just scored to take the lead 14-7 over Las Vegas. Earlier today, Carolina stays hot with a 31-28 win over the Rams. The Browns fall at home to San Francisco 26-8, and a big one in Indianapolis as the Texans stay hot and get a 20-16 win over the Colts. Miami, the Dolphins, continuing to stack some wins as well. At home, they take down New Orleans 21-17. When we return, we'll take a look at the first half stats. You're listening to the UPMC Halftime Report on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The black and gold faithful always travel well to see the team on the road. And now Caliente and DVE give you a chance to become a road warrior. We're teaming up to send 2 lucky fans to watch the black and gold take on Detroit on December 21st in the Motor City. The winner receives tickets, airfare, and hotel stay for 2, plus a Caliente gift card. From Caliente, 7-time World Pizza Champions and now the official pizza of WDVE. Deadline to enter is November 30th. Register at any Caliente location or at dve.com.
Chris, owner of Prescott Roofing and Masonry, Pittsburgh's full-service roofing and masonry company. We're your first choice for high-quality roofing and masonry restoration with over 100 years in business and a 5th-generation locally-owned company. We've been tackling Pittsburgh roofs since 1906, offering top-quality work at reasonable prices. Shingle, slate, tile, rubber, gutters, copperwork, masonry restoration. We do it all. GAF Master Elite and James Hardy certified. Free estimates and financing available. PrescottRoofing.com.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Terry Wirgenis here from the Gateway Clipper. Come aboard this holiday season for a festive dinner out on the water. Join us Friday nights for the Holiday Sparkle Dinner or Saturdays for our signature cruise, the Holiday Captain's Dinner. Group rates are available. Call us at 412-355-7980 today.
Chalk Talk, presented by Giant Eagle, airs live on 102.5 DVE from the Market District in Robinson every Tuesday with Steelers wide receiver Kelvin Austin III. Stop out for your chance to win game tickets to meet number 19. Chalk Talk, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for Market District on DVE.
This is Game Day with the Pittsburgh Steelers on DVE.
Back at Acrisure Stadium, final minutes of halftime here where the Steelers lead the Bills 7-3. Let's take a look at the first half stats. They're brought to you by Schneider Downs. Discover the value of a big thinking with a personal focus at schneiderdowns.com. Individual stats first on the Steelers side. Aaron Rodgers in his return to action, 6 of 13 for 54 yards. Not much going for the Steelers on the ground. Warren, 7 carries for 20 yards. Gainwell, 2 for 13. DK Metcalf, 2 receptions for 22 yards to lead the way for the Steelers. Josh Allen, 6 of 12, 51 yards, and that interception on the opening drive to Brandon Echols. Cook, other than that fumble that was very costly, has played really well, running hard. 17 carries in the first 30 minutes alone for him for 81 yards, averaging 4.8 yards per carry. Team stats before I get out of here: 12 first downs for Buffalo to Pittsburgh 6. The Bills are 5 for 9 on third down conversions. The Steelers 2 of 5. And a tale of two stories here in terms of total net yards for both teams in the first half. Buffalo with 176, the Steelers with just 87. Thanks to Caliente Pizza and Draft House for feeding our crew today back at studio headquarters. Caliente Pizza and Draft House, the pizza of champions. I'm Wes Schuler, and you've been listening to the UPMC Halftime Report. UPMC, the official healthcare provider and health plan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We'll have the second half kickoff right after this. You are listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Steelers fans, your team is a powerhouse. Are you ready for another great game here in the Steel City?
Absolutely. And let's take a minute to talk about the other powerhouse in town. Been the best for 48 years straight. Got the grit and strength to take on anything. It's an MVP here in Pittsburgh.
Ford F-Series.
Best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh and in America. Now, how about that young duo on offense?
That's the next powerhouse on our radar.
F-150, the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With more than 100 diverse consulting offerings, Schneider Downs doesn't focus on what service to provide, but rather what problems they can help you solve. Tax and accounting, digital consulting and cybersecurity, risk management, and financial advisory. Learn more at schneiderdowns.com.
Chalk Talk, presented by Giant Eagle, airs live on 102.5 DVE from the Market District in Robinson every Tuesday with Steelers wide receiver Kelvin Austin III. Top out for your chance to win game tickets to meet number 19. Chalk Talk, Tuesdays at 7 p.m. for Market District on DVE.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by 84 Lumber, a dynasty partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Pella Windows, viewed to be the best. By Clearview Federal Credit Union. For every touchdown the black and gold score in 2025, Clearview Federal Credit Union will donate $500 to the Light of Life mission. Clearview, your financial partner for a better life. Visit clearviewfcu.org. By Iron Workers Local Union Number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. By Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. By Henny Jewelers. Pittsburgh's choice jewelry store for engagement rings, luxury jewelry, and watches. By Giant Eagle, the official supermarket of Steelers Nation. By South Hills Kia. South Hills Kia has the ride and a price you'll love. By CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center, where the average Joe can buy like a pro. By Iron Workers Local Union Number 3. We don't go to the office, we build it. And by First National Bank. Can your bank do that? Welcome to FNB. Let's get started. Member FDIC.
And back at Acrisure Stadium, where the Steelers are enjoying a 7-3 lead as we get ready for the second half. Today's second half preview is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Play to win with the Pennsylvania Lottery. Visit PALottery.com or download the app today. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. Let's go downstairs to Missy Matthews. Missy.
Well, guys, Coach Tomlin wants the offense to be more impactful and to get going more here in the second half. Obviously, they will be receiving the kick, so hopefully we can buck the trend on that. Also, no update so far on Patrick Queen, who's dealing with that hip injury. We were told before the half he was questionable to return. I have not seen him come out of the Steelers locker room yet. I'll keep you posted if I have eyes on number 6. Rob.
All right, Missy, thank you very much. You know, Max, the Steelers have lost 5 games. In 3 of those games against elite competition, Seattle, Green Bay, last week in Chicago, the Steelers had the lead and got the ball to begin the second half. But unfortunately, they're averaging 3.1 points per game in the third quarter. That is the lowest in the NFL. It would be nice to reverse that trend as they have a lead against another fine team, the Buffalo Bills, coming out of the tunnel here to begin the second half.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things they're going to have to turn around in. And points and possessions are at a premium in this game. We see 20-plus minutes time of possession for the Buffalo Bills and only converted 3 points out of that. Steelers, sub 10 minutes time of possession. And Josh Allen, 6 of 12, 51. Aaron Rodgers, 6 of 13, 54. So this has been a ground battle between both these games. Elite quarterbacks kind of taken out of this contest so far.
So Prater getting ready to kick off. The Steelers will be moving right to left in front of us. Prater with the run-up and the boot, a low liner that is going to land and bounce softly to Keyshawn Williams, who's looking for some room off some right side. Won't find it here. 26-yard line maybe on that return, and so that is where the Steelers will have the ball to begin the second half. Moving right to left, 14:54 remaining here in the second half as they get ready to, have their first play here, and haven't really established a whole lot offensively. 2 turnovers by the Steelers defense, only converting that into 7 points thus far.
Yeah, this is one I want to see self-made points by the Steelers. They need to go on a drive here and actually show that they can run the field with this decent field position to start the game and take some time off the clock and give your defense a break.
Darnell Washington motions to the left. Spencer Anderson also in the game. Pistol formation for Rodgers. Turns and play action pass. Dancing out to his right, in trouble and hit from behind by Bosa. The ball is out. It is scooped up. It is run in for a Buffalo Bills touchdown. Christian Benford scooped it up, and one play into the second half, the Bills have taken the lead. Aaron Rodgers being helped to his feet at the 18-yard line, trotting off the field, and the Bills once again continue the Steelers' third quarter misery. One play in, sack by Bosa, fumble recovery by Benford, touchdown for the Bills.
And this is tough because he's trying to create space. Aaron's trying to create space. He avoids the play by Bosa initially. Benford and Fautanu were locked up, and the redirect by Bosa knocks the ball loose, and Benford catches it on a 2-hop and runs straight into the end zone.
Prater set up on the left hash, and here's the snap, and the boot is up, and that boot is good. And 16 seconds in to the second half, a half in which the Steelers started with the football, the Steelers find themselves trailing for the first time in this game, 10-7, as we head downstairs to Missy Matthews. Missy?
Well, guys, not what you want. Aaron Rodgers, after missing last week and returning this week, is in the blue tent. We saw him lay down on the field for a little bit. The only thing I could really see is that when he came over to the doctors, bloody nose kind of running down his face, so assuming that's something they're cleaning up. Not sure if anything else from the left wrist that was injured and has the fracture, or if anything else is injured. I'll keep you guys posted. One other quick injury update. Patrick Queen has officially been ruled out for the rest of the game.
All right, Missy, thank you very much. So that is not good news, not good happenings here at the beginning of this third quarter for the Steelers.
Yeah, not a good start to the second half. And once again, Steelers had the lead at halftime, have lost that lead.
Amazing.
At some point, and unfortunately, it took 16 seconds for them to lose that lead. Now they've got to really screw in, whether it's Mason Rudolph going in or whether Aaron's going to be coming back out. You've got to have a certain intensity because now momentum has shifted to Buffalo's side.
Here's Prater with the kickoff, going to be taken by Gamewell near side of the field at the 1-yard line. Heads up the numbers, veers to the left, finds a little bit of a hole. Flag comes in behind him. Another flag as he crosses the 30 out to the 35. And this is not a good opening 22 seconds of the second half for the Steelers, pending this call, which looks like it's going to be against the Steelers.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 49. 10-yard penalty, first down, Pittsburgh.
Okay, so to recap, 22 seconds into this half, the Steelers got the ball with the lead, lost the lead in a strip sack and recovery. They've lost their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. For now, he is being tended to along the Steelers sideline in the blue tent. Mason Rudolph is checked in, and a penalty as the Steelers march back to their own, let's see where they're going to spot the ball here, 18-yard line. Have I pretty much encapsulated this?
It sounds about right.
Okay.
That sounds about right. Not that I wanted to relive it, but thank you for accurately recanting.
Mason Rudolph comes out in the pistol formation, started last week in the game in the loss to the Bears in Chicago. Rudolph leaning in, now taps both sides of the helmet. The Bills have stuffed most of their personnel within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage. Handoff left side for Warren, trying to poke his way forward into that heavy box, and is stopped for no gain in the play. Milano in on the stop, as well as Daquan Jones.
And not a lot of forward progress there. Mason McCormick kind of got edged to the inside half trying to run that zone, and that's usually the pinch point where you'd want to cut it back, but Jalen Warren was already committed front side and didn't have the vision to that cutback lane because of the bodies covering up to see what's on the other side of Mason McCormick.
And Rudolph up again along the line of scrimmage, communicating with his team. And once again, the Bills have 8 men lined up along the line of scrimmage here. On a 2nd and 11, Rudolph gets his snap. Throws out to the left and short hops DK Metcalf. Incomplete. It will be 3rd and 11. Here comes a flag flying in.
Oh, against the Bills.
Wow.
Okay.
Needed a little bit of a break here.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 57. It's a 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
And that's A.J. Espinosa, who reached around behind DK Metcalf and knocked the ball out of his hands.
After saying something to him.
Right. I don't know what that was attempting to accomplish for Espinosa. What it did accomplish was a 15-yard penalty for the Steelers. And so now, instead of facing a 3rd and 11, they get a 1st down at the 32-yard line.
Yep. New set of as why is there an additional ball in play? Oh, okay.
A little bit of a choppy start, to say the least, here to begin this second half.
Not everybody's on their A game right now.
Pistol formation. Spencer Anderson starts to the left, now motions over to the right to form a broken eye to the right of Rudolph with Warren behind him. And here's the snap. The handoff to Warren, starts right, cuts back to the left, shrugs off a tackle, and gets across the 35. Short pickup of 3, close to 4 yards on that 1st down run.
And great lead block and momentum, but backside pursuit by Shaq Thompson thwarted that, because that should have been at least about a 7-8 yard gain. But Thompson able to strafe through there and find an opening gap and hit Jalen.
Gainwell is checked in, and once again, pistol formation, 3 receivers to the left. Quick snap, play action pass. Rudolph back, looking, surveying, throwing left, and intended for Washington and intercepted on the overthrow. And it is Benford, who already has a touchdown. Now he comes up with an interception at the 44-yard line of the Steelers. A disastrous start to the 3rd quarter here for the Steelers. 13-16 remains. From Acrisure Stadium, Steelers football continues with the score: the Bills 10, the Steelers 7.
Planting a tree, putting in a new sprinkler system, digging a trench. No matter the project, if it involves digging, Pennsylvania 811 wants to remind you to call 811 before you dig. It's the law, and it ensures your safety by steering you clear of underground lines and cables you can't see running right beneath you. Remember, every dig counts. Don't let what's buried beneath the ground surprise you. Find out more at PA1call.org. PA1call.org. Stay safe. Call 811 before you start digging.
Sometimes the biggest business challenges are the ones you don't even know you have. Schneider Downs helps clients solve those challenges. Tax and accounting, digital consulting and cybersecurity, risk management and advisory. Learn about big thinking with a personal focus at schneiderdowns.com.
Score big at Don's Appliances. Upgrade your kitchen with Whirlpool and KitchenAid appliances. Perfect for tailgate snacks and halftime feasts. Get free next day delivery and guaranteed lowest prices. Shop DonsAppliances.com.
For the last 48 years, Ford F-Series have been America's go-to trucks for moving mountains and also trailers, wood piles, and snow drifts. Work days and weekends, from the job site to the campsite. These trucks never stop working, just like you. That's what makes them America's best-selling trucks for 48 years. Ford F-150, official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Pittsburgh's best-selling trucks.
When it comes to your health, trust matters. The expert care here at Independence Health System has been confirmed by Health Grades. These honors reflect more than outstanding outcomes. They reflect the commitment, compassion, and expertise of our clinicians and staff. Every life we touch, every patient we care for, inspires us to keep raising the standard of care for our community. Expert care here at Independence Health System. Visit us at independence.health to learn more.
home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
13-16 remains here in the third quarter at Acrisure Stadium. In case you're just joining us, in the first minute and 44 seconds, the very first play of the second half, the Bills got a strip sack and a fumble return for a touchdown. Aaron Rodgers was knocked out of the game for now, at least, and that play is still in the blue tent. And Mason Rudolph has just thrown an interception, so the Bills have the ball at their own 44-yard line, set up in the right hash. Offense hasn't even taken the field yet, and they've been gifted a 10-7 lead.
Yeah, that's a tough situation for them. Let's see what the defense can do.
Allen is under center, tightly bunched formation as Cook is a lone setback. Turn, give to Cook off left guard, and Cook is stood up as he gets to about the 46. And let's head downstairs to Missy Matthews. Missy?
All right, guys. Well, several of the offensive players have tried to go into the blue tent to check on Aaron Rodgers and were told they had to stay out. James Pierre was just flagged by one of the Steelers doctors in the NFL red hat. And because he couldn't go into the blue tent, it looks like they took him to the locker room. Not sure if they are evaluating him for who knows what, but I'll keep you posted on both of these injuries. It sounds like we might get word on Aaron Rodgers shortly.
Thank you very much, Missy. So Asante Samuel is checked in, cornerback on the near side of the field, pistol formation. Allen back to pass. Looking, throws over the middle of the field. It's complete to Dawson Knox. And Knox is at the 44-yard line of the Steelers, and that is relatively easy pitch and catch and a first down for the Bills.
And this one just vacation of the zone by the Steelers, backing off, and Knox just makes an inside cut move and just sits right down, catches the ball, no yards after the catch, just takes it to the ground, gets the first down.
Allen comes out under center, brings Shavers in motion right to left, and now Shavers wanders back to the right again. Allen under center. Gets the snap and gives to Cook. Cook bounces out to the right again and again, finds room, upended by Asante Samuel. So welcome to Pittsburgh, Asante, but still 6-yard pickup. And again, they're just running into the middle, bouncing it outside, and nobody is there and contained for the Steelers right now.
And on that one, there was a hold on the edge by Dawson Knox because TJ actually played that properly and then tried to disengage, and Dawson Knox took him to the ground. TJ was looking for a call from the ref, and he didn't get it.
Snap. Cook starts right and finds a hole up the middle of the field, bursts through straight down the field and inside the 10-yard line before Samuel and Porter can bring him down. They're going to mark him down at the 7. Just burst free for 31 yards on that run.
And right now, 121 yards on 20 carries for James Cook.
And they're going hurry up here. Allen under center. Gives to Cook. Starts to the left, cuts back to the right, and this time successfully defended as he picks up just 2 down to the 5-yard line.
And this was one of the things we were worried about. What the Buffalo Bills do well is run the football. Josh Allen's had his up and down year so far as a passer, and they've minimized a lot of the passing game for him today, throwing well below his average, and the run game has been the differentiator in James Cook.
2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Shavers motions left and goes back to the right. Cook is the lone setback. Under center is Allen. Gets a snap. Gives to Cook. Straight up the middle. Cook is bottled up and still allowing the scrum to push him forward, and he's going to be taken down at the 3-yard line. So they hit him around the line of scrimmage, but again, it's a different NFL these days, Max. Everyone's allowed you to just get up there and start pushing, and so it's down to the 3, and it'll be 3rd and goal from there.
Which is amazing to me because normally referees have a quick whistle. The second you get a stop from forward momentum, the whistle should blow. The referees tonight have been very late on that, allowing for that extra surge, which is resulted in an extra 2 to 3 yards per rush for the Buffalo Bills.
We saw that last week, not working the Steelers' favor on the tush push on 4th down that was whistled dead. Now 3rd and goal. Allen gets a snap, and Allen gives to Cook off the left side, and Cook is hit by Malik Harrison inside the 2-yard line. Looked like there was enough room, and Harrison quickly closed down that hole.
That was a great job by Malik Harrison, just seeing it and going and reacting accordingly. And that's what Malik Harrison brings. He brings that downhill thumper mentality to the linebacking position, who's now got an elevated role because of Patrick Queen being ruled out of this contest. So you're going to see Malik Harrison and Cole Holcomb kind of being your other two guys that go along with Peyton Wilson.
And the Steelers go with a lighter set here now on this 4th and goal. Bills set up to go for it. Allen by himself in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the left. Motion man across the formation. Pump fake by Allen. Steps up, throws back of the end zone. Touchdown to Keon Coleman for the Buffalo Bills. Bought himself some time. Found Coleman in the back of the end zone. There's a flag after the play as there's some jawing going on behind the play at the 10-yard line. Wait to get this sorted out, but man, what a terrible start for the Steelers here in this third quarter. Going to have to find a way to rebound after they've given up 2 quick touchdowns to the Bills. And it looks like the preliminary indication is this might be against the Steelers.
Yeah, I got to see what this penalty is going to be. There was a lot of jaw-jacking, and Cam Hayward in the middle of all of that with another offensive lineman.
Looks like unsportsmanlike, and Sean McDermott deciding what to do. Let's get the call.
After the touchdown, taunting Pittsburgh number 97. That's his first toward disqualification. That 15-yard penalty would be enforced on the kickoff.
And so Prater will
doesn't help too much.
Come on to try the extra point. Trying to go up here by 10 points, and the Steelers have got to find a way to stem the tide here. Prater on to try the extra point. Wisnowski the holder. Here's the snap. Here's the boot, and that kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it left. 3rd time this year Prater has missed an extra point. 8:49 remains here in the third quarter from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues with the score: Buffalo 16, the Steelers 7.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
As the largest and most experienced program in the region, UPMC Sports Medicine knows that injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend athlete, a rising star, or even a seasoned pro. That's why we offer a complete range of services and experts to help treat and prevent sports-related injuries to get you back in the game. To make an appointment, visit upmcsportsmedicine.com. UPMC is the official healthcare provider of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right now, during the cheap Black Friday sales event, well-qualified current FCA lessees get an ultra-low mileage lease on the 2025 Grand Cherokee Laredo X4x4 for $379 a month for 42 months with $2,449 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra. No security deposit required. Call 1-888-925-G for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Current vehicle must be registered to consumer at least 30 days prior to lease to qualify. Extra charge for miles over 26,250. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery from dealer stock by 12/1. Jeep is a registered trademark.
Steelers football happens here. The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network. We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DBE Morning Show. Then, all week, we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDBE, Pittsburgh.
8:49 remains here in the third quarter, and the Buffalo Bills are going to be spotting the ball at the 50-yard line. Again, there's a rule for those that don't know this rule that, you know, when the ball is kicked out of bounds by a kickoff team and it's marked at the 40, it's actually technically marked 25 yards from where the ball was kicked.
Correct.
So it's not just automatically at the 40 if you kick it out of bounds. It's 25 yards from where the ball was kicked. So Prater had the ball just tumble off the tee. Presumably here they took this penalty and are simply going to kick it out of bounds. And because there's, again, the coverage units are in the same place after a 15-yard penalty. It's only where the ball is being kicked from that's any different. So I'm assuming Prater's going to kick this out of bounds and the ball will be spotted at the 25, but let's see. And Prater kicks it out of bounds and the ball will be spotted at the 25. And,
oh, look at you.
Kickoff out of bounds. Kicking team number 15. Ball's placed at the 25. First down.
And Aaron Rodgers, and they're showing him here on TV with a bandaged up nose, is back in the game.
Yep. I mean, it was something. When he got hit forward, face it down. I believe the top of the helmet hit his nose and split the bridge of his nose. So see some steri strips and possibly some sutures underneath that to kind of stop that bleeding and close up that cut.
And Gainwell is in as a lone setback, power formation for the Steelers with extra tight ends in there. Turn, give to Gainwell, left side, tripped up just as he gets to the line of scrimmage. Good job by Bosa to close down and trip him up, and he falls forward for a yard and a half or thereabouts on that first down play.
And just a lead ISO play on that one. No real motion there, no lead on that, just straight up the gut, running back dive style action in the left side B gap.
Second and a long 8 as Rodgers comes out with Gainwell to his right. Two receivers split to each side. Now Jonnu Smith motions left to right. Rodgers surveys, gets a snap, back to pass. Looking left, is going to toss out there, and it's deflected, knocked away by TJ Sanders, the rookie. They had a screen set up for Gainwell, but it's incomplete, and it'll be third and long.
And TJ Sanders just came on a bull rush of Andrus Peat and put the hand up, and it deflected just enough to prevent that screen. And for the Steelers, you're going to have to push the ball vertically down the field, down 9 points. We're going to need to see some type of vertical passing game and not as much horizontal in these situations, especially on third down.
Right now, they can ill afford another short series. Third, and they're calling it 8, but it's closer to 9. Gainwell moves right to left, next to Rodgers in the shotgun. Bill showing pressure. Here it comes, and they give to Gainwell off the right side, and Gainwell spinning and getting close to first down yardage, but knocked down about a yard short at the 34-yard line. And let's see what the Steelers are going to do. They're going to send out the punt unit.
And I know people are wondering, what's that sound, Max, in the background? There's a smattering of boos here from the Steelers faithful because, you know, third and long 8, you run the ball, get within a 4th and short, and we're now punting for another 3 and out for the Steelers offense.
Waitman back in punt formation. Shakir is back deep to receive, and there's a snap. And the boot by Corliss, end over end. And Shakir will call a fair catch back at his 16-yard line. They're going to mark it actually at the 17-yard line, so a 48-yard punt. And the Steelers fans here are growing restless. 7:22 remains in the third quarter with the score of the Bills 16, the Steelers 7. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The black and gold faithful always travel well to see the team on the road. And now Caliente and DVE give you a chance to become a road warrior. We're teaming up to send 2 lucky fans to watch the black and gold take on Detroit on December 21st in the Motor City. The winner receives tickets, airfare, and hotel stay for 2, plus a Caliente gift card. From Caliente, 7-time World Pizza Champions, and now the official pizza of WDVE. Deadline to enter is November 30th. Register at any Caliente location or at DVE.com.
The Hep C Cure Squad is here for your protection. Cause if you are uncertain, my suggestion is get tested. The time is now, find your nearest local clinic. What's exquisite, if it's hard for you to travel, they do home visits. You're not alone, listen, they're here to help. You deserve to focus on your future well-being and health. This next line is tremendously important. You don't have to pay a dime, a single cent, or need insurance. Doc Hep C, I speak, screaming, yell it loudly. Don't you ever doubt me, come and get your cure from Central Outreach.
The weather's cold, but the deals at South Hills Kia are heating up. Lease a 2026 Kia Seltos LX AWD for just $219 a month for 24 months with $34.99 due at signing. Or hop into a 2025 Kia K4 LXS, just $199 a month for 24 months with $34.99 due at signing. Hurry, offers end December 1st. Visit southhillskia.net today. Lease offers exclude taxes and fees. No security deposit required. 10,000 miles a year. Expires December 1st, 2025. Visit southhillskia.net for details.
We see you. Your calendar's color-coded. Your outfit for tomorrow is already laid out. You have everything in Tupperware labeled in your fridge. You buy in bulk. You meal prep. You know what you're doing in 2027. You're a planner. And we're here to say you don't have to do it all. S&T Bank makes banking easy. From our friendly team to our online and mobile solutions, we do more so you can do less. Stop by your local branch. Visit stbank.com or call 800-325-2265. S&T Bank. Member FDIC.
The Pittsburgh Steelers play here on DVE.
Stay tuned after the game for the Mike Tomlin post-game press conference brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Buffalo Bills have the ball at their own 17-yard line. They have 2 touchdowns here to begin the second half. One on defense, one on offense following a turnover. Now Allen under center has Cook behind him as a lone setback. See this crowding the line of scrimmage is the handoff to Cook. And Cook jets to the outside, pursued by Samuel. But again, a big pickup. He is hit hard by Herbig and hard and high over by the white chalk. I was hoping a white flag wouldn't flutter out after that, and it did not.
No, it didn't. And you know, for Asante Samuel Jr. coming on the edge, he was trying to stem the tide, but that's his first real contact action one-on-one on the outside with the running back of the ilk of Cook. So Nick Herbig said, I got your back, and came through with a forearm shiver.
Still a 6-yard pickup, 24 carries, 133 yards for James Cook, who remains the lone setback behind Allen. Allen brings Shavers in motion right to left. Play action pass, rolling out to his right, looking, and throws underneath to Jackson Hawes. And the tight end heads up the right sideline and is finally twirled out of bounds inside the 35, looking about the 33-yard line or thereabouts, as Peyton Wilson makes back-to-back tackles.
And that was tough because Nick Herbig was actually on Haas, removes himself because he sees Allen looking like he's about to run, the dump off to Haas to get the first down.
So they mark this ball at the 34-yard line, under 6:10 and counting remaining here in the third quarter. Bills have a ton of momentum on their side right now and a 9-point lead over the Steelers. Allen motions over, wants Shavers to move to the left. Now settles back under center, the 5 on the play clock. It's a snap and hands to Cook, and Cook trying to find some room off the right side. Not going to find much there. Stood up as Malik Harrison was in on the stop, as well as Peyton Wilson. And Herbig came out with the football, but the whistle had blown. So Peyton Wilson really making his presence felt here as he closed down and was the first to hit Cook there.
Yeah, Peyton Wilson, Malik Harrison, both on that play. And, you know, for the Steelers, this is nice, but second and third downs are what matter. And stopping the momentum, stopping the additional yardage is going to be key in these next 2 downs, and try and force a punt to get the ball back in the offense's hands.
2nd and 9, Allen under center as Davis is the lone setback. Play action pass, straight back, looking, now steps up in the pocket, avoids a sack, moving to his left, has room to run, going to tuck it, and he's going to run for a first down as he crosses the 45-yard line on the Bills bench, and just, again, evaded the pressure and tucked it and ran left for an 11-yard pickup.
I mean, Cam Hayward came through and gave great pressure that forced Allen out to the outside. Nick Herbig just couldn't make the play, tried to leap at him, got the front of the jersey, but not enough to stop Josh Allen in the momentum. And Y.A. Black, he's a big boy. He's not fleet of foot, so he was not able to chase him down before he got the first down.
Davis, the lone setback, tight end, and H-back to the right. One receiver split to the left. And the handoff off the left side, Davis finds a big hole, and Davis crosses into Steelers territory and picks up 12 yards down to the 41, and another first down before Kyle Duggar can make the stop.
Defensive line just getting pushed off the line of scrimmage on that one and just created a gaping hole. Ray Davis couldn't miss that hole that was provided by his offensive line.
4:05 and counting here as the Bills over 200 yards rushing in the game. And Davis off right guard, and Davis squirts through. Looked like he was bottled up, but is able to get out of the grasp there and pick up close to first down yardage on that run before he is tripped up by Malik Harrison.
So just for point reference here, the Bills are at 27 plus minutes, and we haven't gotten out of the third quarter yet. Just want to point that out there.
Another first down. They gave him 10 on that run. Allen under center. Davis remains in as the lone setback. Allen gets the snap. Gives to Davis. Davis off the right side, and this time he is stopped by T.J. Watt. No gain in the play. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a foot or so, but that's about it.
And T.J. Watt was double teamed by two tight ends, split the gap to make that play. And then it's kind of been the attention of this Buffalo Bills squad. Play everything tight, even your receivers tight. Run the ball, allow for the edges and everything to crease up. Now they're spreading it out on this play, but that's when they've had their most success, bunching everything really tight.
2nd and 9. Allen in the shotgun. Has Davis to his right, 3 receivers to the left, gets a snap. Back to pass, looking, fires underneath and complete on a crossing pattern to Shakir, moving left to right, and he is stopped at the 26-yard line. And so a short pickup will bring up a 3rd and 5. It's Jalen Ramsey who made the stop.
Josh Allen has been getting that ball out quick when he sits in the pocket. Only time he holds on to is when he has a moving pocket where he can kind of delay and create space. But in the pocket, he is getting the ball out very quickly.
3rd and 5. 2:15 and counting here remaining in this third quarter. Steelers desperately need a stop. Have to keep the Bills out of the end zone here. Allen gets a snap. And Allen will keep off the right side, and he will be stopped at the 23-yard line, about a yard short. Fake left, ran right. We've seen that be successful for Peyton Wilson again on the stop, and now it's going to be 4th down here and a decision for the Bills. And they're going to go for it.
And at this point, with the momentum on their side and a very tired Steelers defense, holding the ball for over 30 minutes now, and we're not out of the third quarter.
Both Cook and Johnson are in the lineup here. Cook is the setback behind Allen. Allen under center will give to the fullback. That's Johnson, and Johnson off the left side. Looks like he just got enough on second effort down to the 21-yard line, and that will be a first down for the Bills.
It is, and the clock will continue to roll. Only 1:10 left. So if you're the Buffalo Bills, you literally only have to run maybe 1, maybe 2 plays and get out of this quarter. You start possession to start the fourth quarter still with the ball and just narrowly at the red zone area, just outside of the red zone area by about a half a yard.
Allen under center, taking his time before the snap, pointing to the right, now gets back under center and throws out quickly on a slant to the left, incomplete, intended for Keon Coleman. It was Joey Porter Jr. in coverage, and Joey Porter Jr. and Coleman doing some jawing after the play. Hey, listen, you can't afford any penalties or anything here for the Steelers.
No,
you just got to find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
That's all that matters. And in that moment, it actually stopped the momentum, right? Because they did not complete that. So 43 seconds left, and another opportunity here on 2nd down. That's actually been the down that's really hurt them in this contest, Kinger, has been 2nd down and the success of running the football in 2nd downs.
2nd and 10, clock stop with 43 seconds here remaining in the third quarter. Cook and Johnson both in the game. Here's the snap. Allen back, has time, throws out to the right flat to Cook down the right sideline, stays in bounds and scoots inside the 10 and picks up a first down before he's knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. And the Bills just, they're going to mark it out at the 5, actually. The Bills just marching the ball down the field. They will not have to run another play here before this third quarter expires.
And just a lot of short game and running the ball, and James Cook there has just been a one-man wrecking crew for this Buffalo Bills squad.
And it is time now to make the switch to the fourth quarter, brought to you by Northwest Bank. Explore checking that lets you get paid up to 2 days early. Northwest Bank, for what's next, member FDIC, equal housing lender. With the score of the Bills 16, the Steelers 7, this is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Steelers tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Steelers.
In Pittsburgh, toughness isn't just on the field, it's in our DNA. At U.S. Steel, we've been making American-made steel for nearly 125 years. Strong, resilient, and built to perform under pressure. From stadiums and skyscrapers to the cars and appliances you count on every day, our steel powers progress. Proudly forged in the heart of steel country, U.S. Steel is built for what's next because in Pittsburgh, we know what it takes to win. U.S. Steel, American-made, Pittsburgh proud.
Think you have what it takes to be a part of a passionate team in a thriving industry? 84 Lumber is immediately hiring for a variety of full-time positions at its southwestern PA locations. 84 Lumber knows their successes come from their people. They prioritize growth by making it easy to pave your own path within the company. They are proud to promote nearly 100% from within and help you create a career that you are proud of. Take the first step to building the career of your dreams by visiting 84lumber.com/careers to apply today.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The start of the fourth quarter is brought to you by Hyde Park. Thank you, Pittsburgh, for voting Hyde Park best steak in the city. So the Bills will have the ball first and goal from the 5-yard line. The Bills up 16-7. They lead in time of possession 32:03 to 12:57, and in yardage 310 to 90. And with all that being said, the Steelers can keep them out of the end zone. That's what they need to do. They need to keep them out of the end zone. Otherwise, you got to start talking about touchdowns and 2-point conversions and all kinds of other things.
A lot of miracles. A lot of miracles if they get a touchdown in here.
Allen under center has Ty Johnson as the lone setback. Allen gets a snap. Wants to throw left on a slant. Incomplete behind Shakir's intended receiver. And it is incomplete, so it'll bring up a second and goal from the 5.
And that was a narrow deflection there by one of the interior guys that got it. I don't know if it was Malik Harrison or if it was one of the down linemen that got a piece of that stopped Shakir from catching that pass, which was very heads up there by the Steelers defense.
A second and goal from the 5. Once again, Allen under center. Gesturing out to the formation, now settles under. He has Cook as a lone setback. Allen gets a snap. Will give to Cook on the delay, and Cook is hit and dropped in the backfield. Cam Hayward came barreling through to make the stop back at the 8-yard line. A loss of 3 in the play.
And Cam Hayward looked like he was shot out of a cannon. David Edwards had no shot at stopping a pissed off Cam Hayward right there. 76 was not ready for 97.
Steelers substituting here on this 3rd and goal from the 8. Under 14 and a half minutes remains here in the game. Cook and Johnson both in for Josh Allen. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Johnson is to the right of Allen in the shotgun. Lifts the foot, gets a snap, back to pass. It's a designed quarterback draw. Allen running toward the goal line is stood up and still pushing, and he's in. Well, they stood him up at the 3, but then the scrum pushed him over the goal line, and the big quarterback rumbles in, and with that, he has set a record for the most rushing touchdowns by a quarterback in NFL history, breaking the record that he had tied with Cam Newton, and the Bills go up 22-7.
I am very frustrated about this. The late whistles and the second effort that the referees are allowing. He got stopped at the 3. They did not blow the whistle, but yet you're talking about safety and everything else, and they allowed 2 extra linemen to come in and push him and propel him forward after he had been stopped. But once again, in a position, shouldn't have been in a position to do that in the first place.
Prater extra point. Prater extra point is up and good. A 15-play, 83-yard drive. It took 8 minutes and 14 seconds. It ends up with a record-setting 8-yard touchdown run by Josh Allen. And from Acrisure Stadium, with 14:08 remaining in the fourth quarter, Steelers football continues with the score. The Bills 23, the Steelers 7.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew.
It's sales event time, Sam.
Temperatures are dropping, but the deals are just getting hot.
Time for our annual Ford Holiday Gift Guide.
Oh, yeah.
Hard to go wrong with great deals on trucks and SUVs from Ford, America's all-time best-selling auto brand.
Don't forget the first rule of holiday gift giving, Hank.
What's that, Sam?
Always remember to treat yourself, too.
Well said.
Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Hi, Western Pennsylvania. This is Edgar Snyder. I want to thank you for over 40 years of trusting my law firm. During those years, we've helped thousands of people just like you, our neighbors. We're here for you. We're here for our community. We're here for our region. If you've been seriously hurt in an accident, you need to talk to a lawyer, even if it's not us. If you do call us, know that you'll have the firm with over 40 years of experience fighting to get the money you deserve. And of course, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
14:08 remains here in the fourth quarter. A 15-play, 83-yard drive by the Bills took 8 minutes and 14 seconds. And the Bills, who were down 7-3 at the half, have scored 3 second-half touchdowns to go up 23-7 on the Steelers, who are moving left to right. And clearly, they need 2 touchdowns, some stops, some 2-point conversions, maybe more.
Or a field goal. But you got to stop the Bills in between all of that scoring as well.
Exactly.
That's the other key.
Here's Prater with a kickoff, and that kick is going to be taken by Keyshawn Williams on your side of the field at the 8-yard line. Heads straight up the numbers, crosses the 30, twirls and spins, stays on his feet, and gets out to about the 34-yard line. So good return. Here are the latest NFL scores, brought to you by Clearview Federal Credit Union. Financial advice is closer than you think. Seattle blanking Minnesota 26-0 in the fourth quarter. And the Chargers, by the way, we talked about Herbert. I guess he went back into that game. They lead Las Vegas 24-7 also in the fourth quarter. Jalen Warren in as the lone running back here for the Steelers. And Aaron Rodgers, as he has done all game long, has come out in the shotgun. Gets a snap. It's a low snap. Has to go back and fall on it back at the 17-yard line. And that is the way the Steelers will begin this very important drive with a 17-yard loss.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it at this moment. Big moment where you can stand up and be accounted for. Ball goes low. Aaron has to go try and corral it. Jumps on top of it. And now you're starting with, 2nd and 26.
Empty set here for Rodgers. Bills showing 4-man pressure. And that's what they'll bring as Rodgers gets a snap, back to pass, looking, steps up, throws underneath. This is Darnell Washington right over the middle of the field. Rumbling over would-be tacklers and gets all the way out to the 36-yard line. And, guys just flying off of him as he heads straight up the field. Yeah,
he had 2 guys, and both of them made a business decision to go up as he ducked down because they're like, I'd rather hit you than hit that guy.
Yeah, they evinced no interest in making a tackle. Their 19-yard pickup brings up a 3rd and 7. Rodgers, 3 receivers to the right. And we'll motion Jalen Warren next to him in the shotgun. Bills showing heavy pressure. They'll retreat and bring 4. Rodgers on a slant has a man open. It's DK Metcalf, and Metcalf picks up a first down, moving left to right out to the 46-yard line. Let's see if the Steelers will hurry up a little bit here. Under 12 and a half minutes remaining. Quick little muddle huddle, and they want to get things going here. Pick up the pace as they come back from a 2nd and 26 and pick up the first down. Rodgers gets a snap. Gives, and this is Warren off the left side. Warren finds a burst, hurdles a defender, and gets first down yardage down to the 41 of the Bills.
Got some momentum going here, but gotta be fast. Gotta be fast. Time is of the essence for this team. You're down 3 scores essentially, or 2 and a lot of extra credit.
Sort of a muddle huddle after that 12-yard pickup has the ball at the 41-yard line. Rodgers in the shotgun has Warren to the left. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. And the snap to Rodgers will throw out to the left flat, intended for Warren, but knocked down at the line of scrimmage by the blitzing Tre'Davious White. And it will be a 2nd and 10.
That's tough. I mean, 2 times we've seen that where you're trying to get something to the outside, and because of the blitz pressure on the outside or pressure from the outside is tipped a pass going to an intended receiver.
Well, that was well defended by Matt Milano anyway. I'm not sure that would have gone anywhere. Might have been better to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. At least the clock stops at 11:37 here in the 4th quarter. So they're moving left to right in front of us. Have a 2nd and 10. Rodgers, Warren to his right. 3 receivers split to the right. Roman Wilson motioning out to the right. Bills bringing a blitz over the middle of the field, complete to Darnell Washington at the 20, shrugs off a tackle and gets down to the 15-yard line. Straight up the middle of the field. The Steelers are now entering the Heinz red zone during Steelers season. It has to be Heinz. 26-yard pickup has the ball at the 15. 11-15 and counting. Rodgers moves the team crisply to the line of scrimmage. Gets the snap. Back to pass. Looking left, now back to the right. Dancing in the pocket. Throws incomplete to the left, intended for Warren, covered by Milano in the left flat, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And Darnell Washington at the line of scrimmage was actually thrown to the ground by the defensive end, A.J. Epinesa, grabbed the front of his jersey and yanked him down to throw at the timing. I think that's where Aaron wanted to go. Had to double clutch and just found Jalen as not a defender smothering him to throw it down and away to get the ball down.
So 3 receivers splitting to the right. Smith, Freiermuth, and Wilson. Metcalf by himself to the left. Gainwell motions to the left, now comes back and joins Rodgers in the shotgun. Rodgers gesturing to his right now. The Bills showing pressure. They'll bring it. As he gets a snap, throws over the middle of the field, and nobody there. Well, and Jonnu Smith, I think he thought maybe Smith was going to cut on a post, and instead he cut to the outside, and so ball just finds grass in the middle of the field to bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I don't know if that was Jonnu or if that was supposed to be Pat. Jonnu was running the shallow drag across the goal line, and Pat had the in-breaking route and cut it flat instead of taking it to the post. Well,
do you think that was a clear-out pattern for Fryer? Regardless, it's
3rd down. It's 3rd down.
3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and an empty set here for Rodgers. 11:02 in the 4th quarter. Steelers down 23-7. Rodgers gets a snap. Bills bring 4. Rodgers back, throws left and complete to Gainwell underneath. Splits a couple defenders, and he lost the football, but they're going to say he's down at the 7-yard line. So interesting decision now for the Steelers. Do you go for it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so
because you don't know if you're going to have another 8-minute drive. They've got 2 of them in back-to-back plays where you've seen 15 minutes chewed up on 2 drives by the Buffalo offense. So you've got to go for it here. Possessions are at a premium here in the 4th quarter.
So 4th and a long 2. The Steelers have to get to the 5-yard line. They're just inside the 8, marked in the left hash. Gainwell is to the right of Rodgers. Rodgers leaning forward now with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rodgers gets the snap. Will give to Gainwell straight up the middle, and Gainwell's hit in the backfield, and he's dropped for a 1-yard loss, and the Steelers will turn the ball over on downs. Inside handoff, penetration, and a loss of a yard on that 4th down play. 10-11 remains here in the 4th quarter from Acrisure Stadium. Steelers football continues with a score. The Bills 23, the Steelers 7.
You see, see the skyline, you drive over the bridges. We built that. Ironworkers Local Union Number 3 isn't just a job, it's a legacy. And you can start as early as this fall. Now's your chance to join the apprenticeship program and learn from the best in the business. Earn while you train, build what matters. Take pride in every beam and bolt. Starting wages over $27 with great benefits. Visit IWLocal3.com. That's IWLocal3.com and apply now before time runs out.
Right now is the best time for you to sell your current home or buy your next one. Don't gamble with your largest asset. It's more important than ever to partner with the right real estate team. At RE/MAX Select Realty, their experienced full-time realtors will help remove the stresses of interest rates, multiple offers, and low inventory. Don't miss this limited opportunity to save on your next move. Call 724-933-6300 or visit RE/MAXSelectPittsburgh.com.
Hi, Western Pennsylvania. This is Edgar Snyder. I want to thank you for over 40 years of trusting my law firm. During those years, we've helped thousands of people just like you, our neighbors. We're here for you. We're here for our community. We're here for our region. If you've been seriously hurt in an accident and you need to talk to a lawyer, even if it's not us, if you do call us, know that you'll have the firm with over 40 years of experience fighting to get the money you deserve. And of course, there's never a fee unless we get money for you.
Hi, I'm Tim Calusi from Calusi Chevrolet, and I'm excited to announce the best deals of the season are here now during our Red Tag sale event.
And I'm Megan Calusi. We're able to offer 0% APR financing for up to 36 months on the Chevy Silverado, Equinox, and Trailblazer to qualified buyers.
Calusi Chevrolet has been Pittsburgh's trusted Chevy dealer for over 107 years, and right now we're well stocked with all your favorite models.
Find your Red Tag deal today at Calusi.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Randy Baumann Mornings and Steelers Football. DVE.
We now pause for station identification on the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
We'll talk about this game starting tomorrow with the DVE Morning Show. Then, all week we get you ready for the next game on your radio home of the Steelers, WDVE, Pittsburgh.
10-11 remains here in the fourth quarter. Steelers down 23-7. Josh Allen under center with the ball at the 9-yard line of the Bills. Steelers bringing a lot of personnel to the line of scrimmage. Handoff to Cook. Cook starts right and then cuts back and was cut off at the point of attack, but is able to shiftily pick up a couple yards out to the 12-yard line, maybe a pickup of 3 or so.
And Dalvin Cook once again, and James Cook. I always want to say Dalvin Cook. He's
Dalvin's brother.
Dalvin's his brother, but this is James. James just keeps his legs moving, and even when he stopped short, he still finds a way to wiggle his way forward to get some yardage, and a great night for him. He's actually also the team's leading receiver with 3 catches on the night on top of his already 27 rushes
for 135 yards. Allen rolling out and has a completion sliding grab up the right side of the field to Dawson Knox, the tight end, and that is going to be a first down. That was his secondary receiver. Wanted Cook in the flat and wound up being able to have enough time to come back and find Knox. A 16-yard pickup out to the 28-yard line, and we were approaching the 9-minute mark remaining here in the fourth quarter. And the Bills with 15 in the play clock as they exit the huddle. Under 9 minutes remaining here with the ball at the 28-yard line of the Steelers. And again, Allen just sauntering to the line of scrimmage, taking up as much time as possible. 4 in the play clock. 3, 2, gets a snap, gives to Cook, starts to the left, cuts back to the right, tries to get to the edge, being chased by Joey Porter, and Porter able to get him out of bounds around the 31, 32-yard line, a pickup of 3 or 4 yards. We'll have to wait to see where they're going to spot this ball. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 32, so give him 4 or bring up a 2nd and 6.
And once again, just that deep all the way cutback. I mean, he cuts all the way from the front side B gap all the way to the wide D gap of the opposite side of where all the momentum's going. And James Cook just faster to the corner than everybody else on the Steelers defense right now.
And Davis checks in now. Allen taps both sides of the helmet, settles back under center. 5 on the play clock. 3, 2, gets the snap, rolling out to the left. looking, now going to step up and little shuttle pass forward to Dawson Knox, and Knox makes the grab at the 35-yard line, tackled immediately, and that will bring up a 3rd down and 3. Cam Hayward made the stop.
And Nick Herbig on the pursuit of Allen to force that shovel pass forward to Knox. So a good job on Herbig just being able to create the pressure to get the ball out of Allen's hands and him not tucking it and trying to run again for a 1st down.
Under 7.5 minutes remaining now. 3rd and 3. Allen moves Coleman out to the left. Gabe Davis over to the right. Now directing traffic again. And he wants Shakir over to the left side of the formation. As Johnson to his right in the shotgun. Lifts the foot, gets a snap, back to pass. Looking left, Johnson open in the flat. Johnson breaks a tackle and picks up, I believe, 1st down yardage out to the 38. Had to break a tackle, was able to do so in the flat. And the Bills will pick up a fresh set of downs.
And the clock is still ticking on that one. Brandon Echols, the man sliding off of Ty Johnson, would have had him short of the 1st down, but forward momentum before Joey Porter forces him out, not until he gets right past the sticks to get a fresh set of downs.
The Steelers having some issues here trying to get Keanu Benton on the field. Now he jogs off, and so under center here is Allen, and Allen will turn, give to Davis, finds a crease off the right side, and Davis picks up about 6 yards before Malik Harrison can make the stop out at the 45-yard line. And just gaping holes, and the Bills able to run at will here against the Steelers.
And this is the funny thing, because the Steelers played outside coverage, they're expecting the deep cutback. That's how Ty Johnson's able to creep in, just a hole or a gap tighter between the tackle and the tight end in the C gap, as opposed to bouncing it out to the D gap, which James Cook normally does. But Ty Johnson, obviously, a little bit slower, you'd say, of the back, so he takes the tighter angle on the backside cut.
237 rushing yards here for the Bills. Ray Davis is the lone setback behind Allen on a 2nd and 3. Handoff left side, and a couple as Highsmith able to come up and crash down from his linebacker position and stop him after a pickup of about 2 to bring up a 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd down.
Another big 3rd down here, but
you are running out of time here.
And Buffalo 37-22 and counting time of possession.
At the beginning of this drive, you still had time to get a stop and enough time to get 2 possessions, but obviously with every 1st down, that time keeps dribbling away, and you're getting into needing a holiday miracle here to try to come back in this game.
Yeah, you need a fumble recover for a touchdown, essentially.
And the Bills with 4:59 remaining here. It looked like Allen might have been set up to go for a quarterback sneak here on this 3rd and 1. The Bills are 7 of 13 on 3rd down. They use the timeout here at the 4:59 mark. And again, they're just, look, Max, you've been on this side, right, of some of those Steelers teams you played for, and churning it out on the ground and bringing it to the other team. And the Bills just want to end this game with the ball in their hands.
They want to end this game with the ball in their hands. So big 3rd down here. Got to get the conversion and just essentially choke the life out of the time of possession for the Steelers and not even give that offense a chance to get back on the field. And, a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas in this game from the Steelers side, whereas you had the advantage, you had a lead once again, but like you said, 3 previous games, halftime leads, getting the ball possession to start the 3rd quarter, and losing those leads and eventually losing those games, and doesn't look like much to be deterred from this part of it going forward.
Allen under center. Turns, gives to Cook. Cook right up the middle of the field, finds a big hole, and Cook crosses midfield and picks up another 1st down before he can be stopped at the 47-yard line of the Steelers.
It's amazing to me because you played Jonathan Taylor and the Colts. Number 1 rushing attack in the NFL. Stymie. Josh Jacobs, another top 5 running back in this league against Green Bay.
The Bears
last week with their rushing attack, and you've been able to hold all of them, but for whatever reason, the dam broke tonight against the Buffalo Bills in a game that you needed. You just regained the advantage in the AFC North, and a victory would have given you all the momentum going into Baltimore next week, and the 3rd quarter happened.
Allen hands off to Cook, and Cook nowhere to go as he's pursued from the front side by Cam Hayward from the backside, just kind of settled back into just on the Bills side of the 50-yard line, and wisely so. There was nothing there. Ramsey, Watt, and Hayward closing in on him, and he just settled down at midfield. So a loss of 3 in the play brings up a 2nd and 13. Under 4 minutes remaining now here in this fourth quarter. Once again, Allen, veteran quarterback, just dribbling every last second out of this play clock. Standing under center now is 6-5 in the play clock. Gets a snap, throws a quick slant to the left to Keon Coleman, and Coleman has a reception and will be tackled at about the 42-yard line. And the Steelers will use a timeout. And now a flag comes flying in late on the far side of the field. And T.J. Watt is limping off the field. The Bills say it's going to be against the Steelers.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 93 of Pittsburgh. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
That's Asazia Tomiwo, who gets called for the penalty, and so this will be marched another 15 yards off against the Steelers.
And losing T.J. Watt in the process as he limps off the field after that play. So obviously we'll monitor and see what's going on with him. He has not gone in the blue tent, though.
Okay, so the Bills will have the ball at the 27-yard line of the Steelers with 3:29 remaining. With the score, the Bills 23, the Steelers 7. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
It's Max Starks for my friends at Clearview Federal Credit Union. Clearview is here to help you reach your financial goals and support our community every step of the way. This season, they're giving back through Touchdowns for Hope, donating $500 to Light of Life Rescue Mission for every Pittsburgh touchdown. That's just one way Clearview shows up for those who need it most. Visit clearviewfcu.org/touchdown to learn more and open an account today. That's clearviewfcu.org/touchdown.
For an extraordinary advantage in sports, you need a game plan. For an extraordinary advantage everywhere else, all you need is Acrisure. With a high-tech human approach to insurance, cybersecurity, and more, Acrisure helps you take care of what you care about. That makes winning easy. See what Acrissure's extraordinary advantage can do for you at Acrisure.com.
NFL fans, when it's time to get Steelers tickets, you can tackle game day with total certainty with Ticketmaster. With 100% verified tickets available all season long, you can count on getting in with ease and spend time focusing on the good stuff. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, you can still score seats. Want to meet up inside the stadium with your crew? Transferring your tickets is an easy handoff. So get those touchdown celebrations ready and score your tickets today at Ticketmaster.com/Steelers. Ready to roll into the holidays with a brand new ride? At South Hills Kia, get a 2025 Kia Telluride SAWD for only $375 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. Or lease a 2026 Kia Sportage LX AWD for $239 a month for 24 months with $39.99 due at signing. Visit SouthHillsKia.net today. Lease offers exclude taxes and fees. No security deposit required. 10,000 miles a year. Expires December 1st, 2025. Visit SouthHillsKia.net for details.
We bleed black and gold. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
3:29 remains here, fourth quarter, after the third unsportsmanlike conduct penalty against the Steelers in this game. The Bills marching. They had the ball at the 27 of the Steelers, up 23-7. Keep in mind, again, the Steelers had the ball to begin the second half and a 7-3 lead. That was quickly evaporated after a strip sack and a fumble recovery. Was Bosa with the sack. It was scooped up by Benford, run in for a touchdown, then Benford with an interception, and the Bills went on another long drive to score another touchdown. And here the 11th play of this drive is a handoff to Ray Davis, shrugs through a Sawyer tackle attempt and gets inside the 25 and down to the 22, another pickup of 5 yards.
And another opportunity to run the clock all the way down to about 1 or 2 seconds before they snap. And the Bills have gone over 40 minutes time of possession in this contest. And for the defense, that's a long time for a defense to be out there, and not a lot of time for an offense to have been on the field and made an impact. only 7 points to show, and that was off of the fumble recovery turnover by the defense that led to the only score of this game for the Steelers.
Allen gets the snap, gives to Cook. Cook dancing in the hole now, trying to find a little room off the left side, and he's going to be stopped there by Cam Hayward after a pickup of a couple down to the 24, and the Bills will not have to snap it here before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, take it all the way down and just sit for it, and then you're in a 3rd and short situation. So imagine still 4-down territory for the Bills. As we have under 2 minutes, we'll have exactly 2 minutes to go after we hit the 2-minute warning.
And in fact, the Bills now wandering over to the sideline. The Steelers showing no signs of calling a timeout here. 3, 2, 1, and now it is time for the 2-minute warning timeout. Brought to you by Giant Eagle. Giant Eagle is proud to bring freshness, quality, and value to Steelers Nation. Visit your neighborhood store or order online with curbside pickup and delivery. With the score, the Bills 23, the Steelers 7. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
Steelers fans expect a certain standard. That's true of the food they share on game day, too, which is why Giant Eagle is always part of the game plan. With fresh, high-quality food and everyday savings, it's easy to tailgate like a pro or feed the ravenous fans at home. For long touchdown runs and effortless grocery runs, Giant Eagle is here. Giant Eagle, official supermarket of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
At FNB, we rewrote the rules of banking and made getting everything you need a whole lot easier. Experience the one-of-a-kind eStore Common app from FNB. Checking, savings, loans, credit cards. One application done in minutes. Just one common app for more than 40 business and consumer products. Can your bank do that? Didn't think so. Welcome to FNB. Let's get started at fnb-online.com. Loan subject to credit approval. FNB member FDIC.
Is your business looking for local and national health coverage? If you have more than 50 employees, UPMC Health Plan has something new for you. UPMC National Access. UPMC National Access gives employees access to the top-ranked doctors and hospitals of UPMC, along with nationwide access through the Cigna Healthcare PPO network for the quality, affordable coverage that your company deserves, locally and nationally. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
Steelers fans, your team is a powerhouse. Are you ready for another great game here in the Steel City?
Absolutely. And let's take a minute to talk about the other powerhouse in town, been the best for 48 years straight. Got the grit and strength to take on anything. It's an MVP here in Pittsburgh.
Ford F-Series.
Best-selling trucks in Pittsburgh and in America. Now, how about that young duo on offense?
That's the next powerhouse on our radar.
F-150, the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Your home for the Steelers. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
2-minute warning, and the Buffalo Bills leading 23-7. They have a 3rd and 2 at the Steelers' 19-yard line. The Steelers have 2 timeouts remaining, but again, this feels pretty much academic now as Allen strides to the line of scrimmage, waiting for the play to begin signal. Taps both sides of the helmet, gets his snap, and gives to Cook off the left side, and Cook is going to be short. Tackle just inside the 19-yard line. And so the clock continuing to roll, 1:49 and counting. 35 left on the play clock. So the Bills, if they decide to go for it here, and I would assume they will be doing that with about a little under 1:15 left here in the fourth quarter. Offense out there.
I mean, you got almost 2 yards they need to get on that one. 4th and 2, a true 2 yards. And so you wonder, they'll probably stop it at 1 second, call the timeout, and then make a decision.
That's what they're going to do here.
Yep.
3 seconds, 2, 1. They call the timeout. And they have 1 timeout remaining. Clock showing 1:12. I don't know if they'll add another second on or not. And they're going to send Matt Prater out here to try a field goal with a 23-7 lead. So again, keep in mind, this is the 4th time this year we've really seen the third quarter be pivotal against top quality teams. Led at the half against Seattle, got the ball to begin the second half. Led at the half against Green Bay, got the ball to begin the second half. Led last week against the Bears at halftime, got the ball to begin the second half. And today, led against the Bills and got the ball to begin the second half. And then at third quarter has continued to be a huge issue for the Steelers. Here's the snap. Here's the boot by Prater. That kick is up, and that kick is good. And so with 1:07 remaining, the Bills have stretched the lead to 26-7.
And I think one of the toughest things is that, for the Steelers, never really getting the momentum, never really getting into rhythm as an offense. The one drive that you had came off of a fumble recovery on the plus side of the field. Steelers able to score in that moment, but we just saw on last drive, fourth down, gotta have it moment, and they didn't have it. And that's the frustrating part about all this.
A 14-play, 72-yard drive that took 9:04, 16-play drive, 15-play drive, 14-play drive. They've had these long drives, and you look back at that strip sack by Bosa, the fumble recovery by Benford that quickly gave the Bills the lead, and the Steelers just unable to stem the tide offensively or defensively. Couldn't pick up any first downs. Again, Rodgers was knocked out of the game for a while. For one series, Rudolph threw the interception, and the Bills have just never looked back. Here's the kickoff by Prater, and it is taken by Keyshawn Williams near side of the field at the 4-yard line, up the numbers, and is wrestled down as he gets to the 28-yard line. Javon Solomon with the stop, and Mason Rudolph checking into the game here for the Steelers with 1:03 remaining.
Yeah, going to finish this one off. No need to expose Aaron to any more, risk of injury, whether it's the wrist, the nose.
Yep. Caleb Johnson's in the game. My assumption here is that this is two handoffs and the end of the game.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Not much you can do in these moments. So everything tightly bunched together. So expect a run here.
Rudolph gets a snap, gives to Caleb Johnson, starts right, cuts back to the left, picks up a yard from the 28 out to the 29. And there's a discrepancy of 17 seconds between the game clock and the play clock. So whether the Steelers elect to simply kneel down or give the ball one more time to Caleb Johnson remains to be seen. They break the huddle here with 40 seconds remaining in the game. Well, Mason Rudolph in the shotgun in an empty set. Gets a snap, wants to throw it, back to pass. Looking, and now rolls out to the right under duress, looking, and throws to Skoranek along the near sideline, incomplete and out of bounds. It'll bring up a 3rd and 9.
Great. I get what they were trying to do in that moment. Skoranek steps outside with the left foot before taking in the pass. And now one more additional play here for the Steelers potentially.
Caleb Johnson to the right of Mason Rudolph in the shotgun. Two receivers split to each side of the formation. Snap, and Rudolph gives to Caleb Johnson, and Caleb will get across the 30 out to the 31. Solomon makes a stop, and that will be the final play of the game. As the final score is the Bills 26, the Steelers 7. Brought to you by your neighborhood Ford store. The F-150 is the official truck of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Stay tuned for Steelers' first reaction and the Mike Tomlin post-game press conference. You're listening to the Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network.
The Pittsburgh Steelers Audio Network proudly presents Steelers Football 2025. Brought to you in part by 84 Lumber, a dynasty partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. By Calusi Chevrolet, serving the Pittsburgh area for over 106 years. By Always Safe Flagging and Traffic Control, making traffic safe again. Call 412-301-2300 or visit us online at awsafe.net for a quote today. By Bordas & Bordas, fighting for justice. By Caliente Pizza and Draft House, 7-time World Pizza Champions. Order today at worldsbestpizza.com. By Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. By CGR Wholesale Roofing and Siding Supply Center, where the average Joe can buy like a pro. By Gateway Clippers Shuttle Service, the best way to a Steelers game. By South Hills Kia. South Hills Kia has the ride at a price you'll love. By Confluence Financial, your team for wealth management and proud partner of the Pittsburgh Steelers. ConfluenceFP.com. By Pennsylvania One Call System. Call 8